Rightio, good day everybody, welcome back to another live watch along on the channel, and it's a big one, the 𝐴𝐴𝐶 versus the Hawks, the first prelim final, and well, let's hope for a close game, because we've streamed 4 final series games so far, and the closest margin we've had is 4 goals. We want a corker tonight, let's hope, but these are two teams definitely deserving of a prelim final berth. Hawthorn, more of the underdog story, reaching the prelim from an elim final, and yeah, possessing, heading into September, a pretty ordinary interstate and record versus the top 8 records. But they're really peaking at the right time. They've had 2 fantastic wins in a row, and they're heading into this one with... Do I have the beanie tonight? I don't know. But they're heading into this one with quite a bit of momentum against the 𝐴𝐴𝐶, where they do have the wood over the Hawks, and they haven't lost in a long time. Look at that win column for the 𝐴𝐴𝐶. Nothing but W's. It has been a while since they've picked up a loss, but... The 𝐴𝐴𝐶 are known for choking prelims in the past, but with how they played the first week, it's hard to see them off their game tonight. But yeah, really, I feel Hawthorn are a very good chance in this game. As I said before, momentum's a big thing, and whilst the 𝐴𝐴𝐶 have had the rest, which I think will probably benefit them, Hawthorn, they just keep on the ball rolling here with another consecutive game. So yeah, they're running on some good gas at the minute. And plays in form. Should be, hopefully, a close game. But hopefully everybody's going well. Hopefully you do enjoy the stream tonight. It's good to see everybody in here. Samuel RN, Chris, Nikita Smith, 𝐓𝐴𝐶. Hopefully you're going well, my friend, as well. Let me just have a quick look at the team lists. I'm pretty sure unchanged for both sides. The only change out of the 2 games was, I think, for Collingwood with... what's his face again? That's one. Jeremy Howe came back in, which is huge for the Pies. Of course, we'll stream that game tomorrow night. That one will be twilight, which I don't mind. Game finishes a bit earlier. But yeah, unchanged for either side. 𝐴𝐿 𝐶, the sub tonight, and 𝐸𝐴𝐿 𝐎𝐿𝐿, the sub for Hawthorn, just like the previous week. And then, yeah, the big story in terms of team list is definitely Reece Stanley staying in the emergencies, not coming in. But I tell you what, 𝐵𝐿𝐼 is probably one of the best on ground, to be honest, against the Lions in week 1. He played like prime Josh Kennedy, watching him play. So does he have a big evening tonight? But should be a ripping game. Hopefully it's a close one. And yeah, pretty good turnout by the looks of it over there. Looking like it's definitely pushing 100k max capacity. Can barely see an empty seat. And of course, it's a historic rivalry. These 2 clubs go way back. It has been a while since both teams have played off in a final. I'm assuming the last one would have been that 2016 qualifying final where Isaac Smith, before he joined the 𝐴𝐴𝐶, missed after the siren. A bit of an aging Isaac Smith moment there. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure... I did read somewhere that the Hawks seem to have the wood over the 𝐴𝐴𝐶 in terms of knockout finals. So, that's an area that's in their favour. But it's all about the game tonight. Both teams are looking sharp with how they're moving the ball. Pretty tough on the inside too. I think the 𝐴𝐴𝐶 midfield is a bit better. And the big question is, who does go on to 𝐼𝐗 𝐎𝐿𝐿? Will it be Mark O'Connor? I'm assuming 𝐼𝐶 𝐰𝐿𝐿, because he's been unbelievable, 𝐼𝐗 𝐎𝐿𝐿, the last 2 weeks. He's been tough, but also clean with how he's using the pill. Hawks defence been terrific. There's that man, 𝐸𝐴𝐶, really turned around his season after a patchy first half of the year. Well, to be honest, a bad 6 or 7 weeks. He started off the season okay. And there's Paddy Dangerfield. Oh, geez, he'd be fired up for sure. He still has plenty of pace, of course, Paddy Dangerfield. Now, make sure you leave a like, subscribe. If you just joined, lads, always keen for these final series games and calling them. Tyson Stengel, what can he do tonight? Geez, he's got a could have a bit of a trim there, seriously, with that beard getting out of control a wee bit. Anyways, players getting in the positions now. Pretty sure Scott said Atkins on Newcombe pre-game, Mull on someone else. That probably makes sense, to be honest, because yeah, Atkins obviously a very disciplined player, and you know, he had, I think, over 10 tackles 2 weeks ago. So yeah, Mullen is actually going to be starting in defence, looking like a bit of a tagging role, which is interesting on Nick Watson. He can definitely break open a game. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen. 2 clubs who are looking red hot, facing off at each other. Only one can go through to the grand final. A historic rivalry here. The 𝐴𝐴𝐶 versus the Hawks. Cats winning in the qualifying final. Hawthorn heading in this one with some momentum. We're underway for the first centre bounce, and Tom Atkins, Jesus, he's been good, and he gets the first centre clearance here. It's not a good kick, and it's 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐼, first intercept mark of the game. Not sure who Angus is, Rouseborn. Go Hawks says, Hudson off the going well, mates. Geelong is better. Yeah, I probably do feel pre-game that that might just be that class above, but anything can happen in finals football. But yeah, both teams, their intensity and pressure from what they've shown in the final series has been excellent. So who can, both teams have very good strengths. Who can get on top tonight? 𝐻𝐴𝐵𝐿 just carries that one over, ball in. And of course, James 𝐻𝐴𝐵𝐿 apparently guaranteed to be going to the Cats next year. So does he have a bit of a crap performance? An agent, James 𝐻𝐴𝐵𝐿, won't have a good one for the Cats here. Be a bit of a laugh. Have the go, old 𝐿𝐵𝐿. Best luck to your Hawks, mate, and same to you, Thomas. It's two sides that have smashed the Swans in grand finals in the past, so I can't really cheer on Farlington. No, I'm really joking. They've been both really good teams to watch this season. But I did have Hawthorn top four, to be fair. I was believers on them this season. They probably should have made it in the end. Should have they beaten Brisbane, but here they are. They're in a prelim, so it's almost irrelevant, really, that they finish in 8th. Dangerfield now. High ball up here inside 50. Guess who, Hardwick? Been loving watching this lad. When the Hawks have been shit the last few years, and you always hear Hawthorn supporters say, nah, Hardwick is a genuine gun, and you somewhat take their word for it. Even when they played bad, he has been a solid player to watch. But geez, now when they're playing good football, you can tell how good Blake Hardwick is. He's been really good to watch. And Ginnivan tackled there from Zach Guthrie. Ball in here. Yeah, no worries, Thomas, mate. I appreciate it. It's going to be a great game, hopefully, mate. As we say again, the closest game we've had streamed so far in the final series has been 4 goals. So, not back and forth would be good. Anyways, Atkins now. So the Cats are doing well on the inside. A few clearances there. Atkins' kick could have been a bit better. And Barris can mop up here and go out here to 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐼𝐻, the skipper. Yeah, Atkins, that was a very similar range. Luke Parker kicked the first goal off the prelim versus the Pies a few years ago. Very similar range there where he's running into the goal. Atkins should have done the same. Barris clears now. They've got some numbers here, the Hawks. 𝐴𝐿𝐼𝐻 wins out this time. He's got a bit of toe. Gets goal side over the head of Connor O'Sullivan. He does well to hold him up. And goes inboard. Good vision there to find Meek. And now to 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐼𝐻. What can he manufacture? Shows some good composure. And hits a nice kick here to 𝐴𝐵𝐿𝐻. Short kick. It's a beauty. Finds Mitch Lewis, who is in really for 𝐴𝐿𝐻 to deal with his hamstring problems. Have to go on, Melissa. Welcome, mates. Why don't you stream the match if it's free to air? Oh, well, it's still, it might be free to watch, but it's not free to broadcast, rebroadcast, I should say. But, as always, come finals, probably more engagement on these streams. If you are new, welcome, but of course I can't, unfortunately, actually stream the games. Mitch Lewis kicks the first goal. Here he goes, bang from outside 50. It's a good start here for the Hawks, and they have had some fast starts these last 2 final series. They blew Adelaide out of the water. The first 3 in literally like 2 minutes. I didn't even have a sip of my cup of tea in that stream last week, and they already kicked 3 goals. But a good start here for Hawthorn. And it's fueled with a nice kick there from 𝐴𝐻𝐿𝐼𝐻. He could have blazed away, but just held up. Hit the 45 target in onto the lead of Mitch Lewis and converts. Well, it's a pretty good kick, to be honest, because they've just simply kicked to an outnumber in favour of Hawthorn. 2-on-1 there. O'Sullivan. It was probably hard to defend. Yeah, and a nice kick from 𝐴𝐿𝐼𝐻. Probably his goal, I'd say. And a lovely kick right over the goal umpire's head, if you don't mind. Hopefully some good goal kicking for both teams tonight. That would be beautiful. And now Mark Blitzarves. There is that man again. I did say at the start of this stream, played like prime Josh Kennedy 2 weeks ago. I don't think that could be deliberate. Yeah, there you go, ball in. Dangerfield now attacks this one well. Gives the hands to Bailey Smith. And now going to settle up to the square. Dangerous kick, could be rushed through though. Ball stays in play. Good tackle there from Hardwick. Very good tackle on Sean Manor. The Coach Association Young Player of the Year Award, of course. Still crazy though, like 27 years of age winning of a young player, but to be fair, it's his first 2 seasons, so it somewhat makes sense in a way. 𝐓𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿 gets a clearing kick area out of the 50, and Mitch Lewis gets front position, probably wins the free as well, and he will. Obviously, Sam de Koning starting the ruck this year. Chris Scott toying around with the rucks, but pretty much since, I'd say, round 7, round 8 onwards, he's back in his key defensive post, and now he'll lateral the ball here. Mitch Lewis, it's a dangerous kick. Geez, Dempsey can fly for this one. Big one-on-one, good push out from Dempsey. Flicks the hand pass, not much composure, but it's a chaos ball here. Who can win it? Dangerfield, bit of a slip. Manor tackled. Ball up. Another good tackle from Hardwick there. Ball now, clearing kick here. 𝐓𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿 smashes it around the corner. It's a bad kick, and it's intercepted here from Sicily. So already Hawthorn racking up a few intercept marks here. Anyway, de Koning can't fly for this one. Guthrie. Bad place hand pass there, picked off here from 𝐴𝐿𝐿𝐿. He's done probably a bit too much, but he did well. Inboard to Dylan Moore, now down 𝐵𝐵𝐿𝐿𝐿. takes on a tackler, and now through the middle of G, and that's a beautiful kick. Lace out finds Jack Gunston. Over 70 goals this year, of course. By the way, gents, top 50 plays. My personal will be out in a few weeks' time. So stay tuned for that. And Gunston surely in the top 50 this season. What a year he's had. Inside 50, chaos ball. Mullen composed to Mize. To Jeremy Cameron. Can he have a big evening? Oh, geez. He's kicking him like he's out on the farm, just having a lazy old kick. Terrible off the side of the shoe. They recover, though, here the Cats. Smith out here to Cameron. That's a better kick. Fines in front, Tyson Stengel. Now, who's he got? Good running here from Cameron. Smith providing some option 2. But he joshes the kick beautifully to Neil. Just can't quite hold on. Barris does well. Back here now to Josh Ward. Probably career best game last week. Non-preferred. It's nice vision out here to Ginnivan. Hand pass. Sort of half smothered to 𝐓𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿. That's a very good tackle from Connor O'Sullivan. And geez, as I say again, I wish my Swannies traded up to take this lad. He's a good player to watch. Just going to lateral the ball here across to Mark 𝐓𝐿𝐿𝐿𝐿. Mullen now, Max Holmes has a bit of toe. He's going the dribbler here. And it's rushed through. That's the Cats' first score of the game. You see the news about Simon Goodwin joining? Said, yeah, I did see that. Yeah, really happy with that. Premiership coach joining the ranks, and it's not an assistant coach, but it's what is it? Director of development and performance. So basically, he's sort of like the head of the coaching ranks and looks over Dean Cox and so, which probably works well for Dean Cox, given he's a fairly inexperienced head coach. Having a... What are they doing a score review here for? Yeah, I mean, no doubt it's a point. Don't tell me they think it could have been a goal. Surely not. But yeah, no, happy with it. Gives... definitely give a hand for Dean Cox. I mean, think of Murray Davis for the Crows this year. Was at the Lions for over a decade. Came into the same role as Goodwin's doing, and looked over Matty Nixon, his coaching crew, and he was probably a key reason on why Adelaide really improved this season. So, anyway, that's a really good mark from Lloyd Meek, and they quickly go here. The Hawks, Watson, oh bang, he's absolutely crunched. Play on it is though. Ward inboard. Watson gets back on his feet. Shouldn't have probably fumbled there. Nash carves his way through. Back to Butler and now to Josh Ward. Snaps around the corner. It's a nice one. Falls short here to, I think that was Connor McDonald. And he's found Mitch Lewis again. And he can kick a second here for the Hawks. Well, it's a bit of a smash and grab here for the Hawks so far. They're doing well to swallow up these inside 50s against, and back the other way. making the Cats pay here. And Lewis, he can make this 2 quick ones. Can he guide this one through? Kicks on its way. Oh, he's missed. Good turnout, of course. Can barely see an empty seat at the G. Lovely ground, of course. Yeah, when you do go there, you forget how bloody big it is. That was obviously my first thoughts when I went to the grand final last year. Tom Stewart now. Can fly for this one, Neil. Oh, geez, he just completely misread the ball. Now back the other way. Hawks rebound well here. Amon, been good this season. Deep entry here. Maybe someone at the back here. Stewart under the pump. Back here to O'Sullivan. 𝐼𝐴𝐼𝐿𝐼. Oh, geez, that's risky. Should have just rushed it through. Now 𝐵𝐼𝐿𝐼 snaps it through. Makes them pay. And it's 2 in a row here for the Hawks. Oh, you'd think this man has a big evening tonight, Jack 𝐵𝐼𝐿𝐼. He's built for the big moment. And good start here for Hawthorn. Well, it's just a bad turnover there from 𝐼𝐴𝐼𝐿𝐼, but good pressure from the Hawks. They do well to defend it, but no, just a bad error. I mean, that is 𝐼𝐴𝐼𝐿𝐼 for you. He's a disciplined player, but he's still a fairly limited player. Can do stuff like that. I think you're 𝐼𝐴𝐼𝐿𝐼. You know, he was very good for us in 2022 as that tagging role, but a pretty ordinary player with ball in hand, and there you go. Bad turnover, but 𝐵𝐼𝐿𝐼, lovely snap. That's a left foot snap on the wrong side, if you don't mind. And Jesse's here. That's probably a pre-planned celebration, that. Ball back in the middle here. Ball back in the middle here. Smith, that's a really good tackle. And yeah, if he probably had a bit more time, that could definitely seen that being holding the ball. Hawks were in the grand final from 8th place. I tell you what, if they win tonight, Jez, I think I have to tip them next week. Like, going all the way from the Elam final, this momentum. But of course, we have to see how these games do pan out. But it's a good start here from Hawthorn. Yeah, pressure from both sides has been good. Slap forward here now from Bose. 𝐵𝐶𝐿𝐼 under this one. Back here now to 𝐵𝐴𝐼𝐿𝐼. Good attack on it to 𝐵𝐴𝐼𝐿𝐼. Out here across to 𝐵𝐼𝐿𝐼. Running man, very well done, Karl Amon. Stabs a short kick. Dylan Moore. All Australian last year. Been a good form this back half of the season. Kicks it out of the direction for Gunston. Good spoil from Henry. Ball goes over. So another ball up here. 𝐼𝐴𝐼𝐿𝐼 under this one. Ooh, that could be holding the ball. Yep, that's a good call. Spent it before he earned it there. Oh, he didn't spend it. Yeah, no, good pressure there again. Nash can line up here. Oh, geez, is he going on the left foot snap? Oh, this could be ugly. No, I think he's going to check side. No, he's going to left foot snap. Oh, boy. Irishman and Irishman here. Let's see if we can slot this. Off we go by AFL Legend. Good to see you in here, my friend. Around the corner. It's not a bad effort. And it's going to fall short. What a score. Yeah, geez, the chat's blowing up here a bit, gents. Obviously, probably have to moderate it eventually if it gets a bit out of control. Continues to, I should say. Jack Henry's on the ground here. Are they going to stop the game? Oh, blowing it is. Mana now bursts his way through. Kick now over the top. It's not a great entry, but this could cause some havoc here. Bose against Hardwick. Who can win this one-on-one? 𝐵𝐴𝐼𝐿𝐼 arrives under the pump here. He does all right. Big ball to be won here. 𝐵𝐴𝐼𝐿𝐼. Jeez, it's just back and forth here. Stengel. Very good tackle from Hardwick again. Jeez. That's some terrific efforts there from Hawthorn's defence. Yeah, no, it sounds... Oof, yeah. Yeah, no, like, obviously... I'd assume, like, the crowd's fairly even. given it's, at the G neutral venue. Guthrie now, another high entry here. Got plenty of flies there for the Hawks. 𝐼𝐻𝐿 clearing ball. Could be danger. Clever little spool here from Dylan Moore, and it works superbly. 1-2 with Connor McDonald. Nothing forward, so he just has to hold it up. Goes back here now to Karl Amon. On his left shoe. Advances it forward here towards half forward to Koning from the side. Ooh, can't be fumbling there in finals football, but he does well to make the tackle. Ball up here. Yeah, no worries, at its mate, take care. Yeah, no, that's starting really well here, the Hawks. They're running hard and they're using it fairly well. I think 𝐓𝐻𝐿 popped out the finger. Now a clearing kick here from Atkins. Oh, jeez, I mean, that's the third time Neil's flown for it. It'd be nowhere near the bloody ball. He's lost his bearings a bit. Atkins now does well to break the tackle here to Smith. Lowers his eyes inside 50. Oh, Josh Battle, what a mark against Jeremy Cameron. Yeah, their pressure's been excellent so far, the Hawks. It's still early days, but I'd almost say they're rattling the Cats here a bit. They're not really giving them much time and good use with ball in hand, the Cats. Connor Nash now. And across here to find Karl Amon. Geelong missing tackles issue. All the goals could have been prevented. Yeah, that Mullen turnover was also a pretty bad one too. I wouldn't be surprised, Cameron, because the top eight's been so even this season. If the Hawks were to win against the Lions, it would have been fourth, and they only lost by 10 points. Amon long down the line here. Lewis can fly. Spoil comes, ball in centre wing. So 8:32 till quarter time. It's been a great start this game. Can definitely tell this is an absolute far cry from the old standard home and away season game. The intensity has been excellent early on here. Koning doing a bit of the head-out work. 𝐓𝐿 just gets the hands out, and that's going to be holding the ball. It's a good tackle from Atkins. Tackling machine, Mr. Tom Atkins. Rookie pickup as well, Tom Atkins, speaking of him. Very underrated player in the competition. Koning here now out here to Tom Stewart. So maybe the Cats want to try and get a bit of control here with some marks. But geez, Stewart, what on earth's that kick? He's giving it right to Josh Weddle. And now he goes out across here to Dylan Moore. They're sweeping these hand passes real early on here, the Hawks. Now Weddle pins the ears with a deep kick to the square. Oh, it's at the post. Jeez, that would have been a beauty of a goal he's missed. 2 goals, 3 plays, 0 goals, 1. Hawks be up by a bit more here. Yeah, no, exactly right, Cameron. Because I don't think it's ever happened before, a team winning it from 8. So, numbers-wise, it's a first. 𝐸𝐴𝐿 couldn't quite take the mark. Oh, not a bad pick-up, that. Brad Close now. Pins the kick into the corridor. It's a nice one to find Sean Manor. Out across. It's a bad kick here. Picked off again for the Hawks. John 𝐸𝐿𝐿 measures the kick nicely here. Out across to Connor Nash. The spin move clever. To 𝐸𝐿𝐿. Taken in a good tackle. Ball dropped. And now 𝐸𝐸𝐿 out wide here to the wing to find Lloyd Meek. Yeah, you'd think so, Jezza. But we'll see if this game has some momentum swings. But so far, so good. As again, another inside 50 here. 𝐸𝐿𝐿 can't quite take the mark. It was a good effort. Brought it down, and Guthrie tackled well here. Good running here from Nick Watson. Butler, been good the last 2 weeks. Is that pressure forward Dylan Moore now? Can he snap a kick? Oh, clever. Beautiful kick to find Connor Nash. And he can go back here. Set shots have been a little bit iffy. Oh, don't tell me he's going for another snap. Come on, kick a drop punt, son. So Connor Nash is going for a snap. Does he go? He does. Okay, fair play. Because, those snaps, even It's a thing that 𝐓𝐴𝐻𝐪𝐿d loves doing, and it always makes me hold my breath. But he's gold there. Good start for the Hawks. I got the first three. Looking on here right from the get-go, Cats. Definitely looking a bit rattled under this elite Hawthorn pressure. They're not using it well early on here. Yeah, clever kick there from 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐴. Beautifully done. Hawks are strong at the starts. Start lose towards the end. I'll see what happens, mate. But they've started very well, no doubt. 6:13 till quarter time. Oh, 𝐚𝐭𝐬 was going to run through that one, but the bounce of the ball stitched him up. 𝘚𝐻𝐿 gets the clearance, though, out here to 𝐻𝐿𝐴. And now to 𝐷ambrosio. Gives the hands out here to Connor Nash. And now Josh Ward goes inside 50 here to a pack of players to 𝐴𝐿𝐴. Sam Butler rows it, and he's goal. But what's happening here? It's a free kick to 𝐴𝐿𝐴. Damn. That would have been a nice one for the Hawks to get from their point of view. Yeah, no, it's a clear free for 𝐴𝐿𝐴. Fair enough. Guthrie now out of the 50. Camry now picks up the pill. It's a great tackle from Lloyd Meek. Umpire's ball. So I've done with money on sport. Best of luck, mate. Not a punter myself, but sure matter now. Oh, geez, Matter's had a bit of a mare so far. He's been able to get out in the open a bit, but he's had a few bad turnovers. Out in the full. It's like my kicking on the run. It's absolutely shocking. Josh Battle now at halfback. And now back here to 𝐓𝐴𝐿𝐴. Guthrie now, quick hands to 𝐚𝐭𝐬 out across here to Josh Ward. And now here to Dylan Moore. Geez, how's this running from the Hawks? Running in waves here. Over the top to Dylan Moore. Can't quite get the hands. Back to him. De Koning going to get crunched here, but he does well to get the hands away, but he turns it over. Ginnivan now. Smother from De Koning was good. It's going to be a ball in here. Still holding that finger, Ginnivan. Hopefully it's okay. Another ball in here. Bailey Smith quite so far. And it's another bad hand past 𝐚𝐭𝐬's clever, though. To Moore, to Connor Nash. A bit of that chaos centering kick. Stewart under this one, and it's going to be rushed through for a minor score. 21 points the margin here. Minor score it is. 3 goals, 4 plays, 0 goals, 1. Cats really struggling to get into the game. They started okay the first 5 minutes, getting some territory and some inside 50s, but yeah, they're looking very unsettled here so far. Clearing kick. Who can take the mark here? Barras mops it up. McDonald. Kick was the right idea, just couldn't find Nash on the full to 𝐴𝐿𝐴 now. And the Cats can bounce here from half back. Bowes, it's a bad kick. 𝐓𝐴𝐿𝐴 reads it superbly. And now back the other way, the Hawks can go. Oh, geez, that's an awful kick. On the non-prefers, giving it right to Bailey Smith. Bit of aerial ping-pong here at the minute. Bailey Smith now, not really finding many options. So now on his left shoe he goes. But that's another awful kick. Just we've had 3 intercept marks in a row here. And across here now to John 𝐚𝐿𝐴. It's an option in the corridor to Lloyd Meek. Back here now to 𝐷ambrosio. And a beautifully measured kick here to find Dylan Moore. 3:26 to play here. Moving the footy really nice here, the Hawks. And now Gunston up the ground. This is a player I hope Logan McDonald can turn a bit into next year. Not expecting to be a power forward, but that sort of slimish player that gets up the ground. It's a good ball there from O'Sullivan. Ball in here. 11 inside, 50s apiece. Clearances 9-7 in favour of the Hawthorn. Contested +3 for the Hawks. So it might seem like it's an even game, but really what the Hawks are doing with ball in hand and their pressure has been the difference so far. And this one's going to go out again. Ginnivan taken in a good tackle, goes the hands out. Stewart crunched. Did he get the hands out? And he's looking a bit sore here, Tom Stewart, holding the wrist. Let's see this again on the replay. Oh, yeah, it's a nasty landing. Good tackle from Chol. Oh, this would be a bit of an out here. Yeah, it must have landed on his wrist a bit awkwardly. If we go well, 𝐓𝐴𝐿, welcome, mates. So the Cats starting to look tired. They seem a bit burnt out. Well, their intensity's been pretty good early on, but yeah, not using it well. Definitely look a bit unsettled out there. It's been a hot start from the Hawks, though, no doubt. Thought it was a dangerous... Yeah, I mean, what was it? They pinned both the arms. Suspension coming. No, I'm joking. Yeah, no, it's a pretty nasty one, AFL Legend. You have no control sort of with your landing. Well, it looks like he's okay. Stewart just going to come off for a spell, see what the dramas is. Maybe perhaps a concussion test, I'm not sure. He's a bit big out. Should he be out of the game, though, for the Cats? Connor Nash now extracts the hands out to Dylan Moore. Bad turnover there. Now Dempsey. Was he very good in the week one? How's the kick now? It's a good one. Finding Tyson Stengel. So it's really been this for the Cats. Very Andrew Long like this first term. They've looked pretty unsettled going inside 50. And we'll now drop the kick short here to Jeremy Cameron. Off into the sheds, Tom Stewart. Bailey Smith. So now Smith, he's going to set a high one up here. Who can fly? No, it's a good mark from Neil. And it's... Okay, it's going to be free to Dangerfield. It's a good mark from Neil. Only about the 15th time he's actually finally taken the mark after flying for about 5 of them. But yeah, no, 𝐼𝐶 there, block free against. Well, looking like the Hawks will kick the first here. $27 goals, 22 this season. Paddy Dangerfield, he's had some big games throughout the course of this year. Should guard this home, and the Cats need that. They got the first. $90 seconds to go to a quarter time. 1 goal, 1 place, 3 goals, 4. I mean, really, it's a block free or a mark. Take your pick. But they finally cash in the Cats. So, Hawthorn, Cats first goal of the game. Now trailing by under 3 snags. 90 seconds until quarter time. It's been a pretty fast-paced game, this one. Ball back in the middle here. Max Combs been really quiet so far. 𝐵𝐿𝐼𝐿 does very well. So that's what he was very good at week one. Bullying his way through. And is that a mark to Stengel? No, it wasn't. How about that pick up from Holmes? And now to Dempsey. Too much height on the kick. But could fall out the back here. 𝐼𝐿𝐼𝐿. Good tackle from 𝐴𝐿𝐼𝐿. He got the hands out. Beautiful. Well, and close should goal, but he's missed. It's a bad one there from Brad Close. It's a good tackle from Newcomb, but even better hands from Mize there to get it out to his teammate, but probably should have goaled there. Amon long down the line here. Blitz brings it back in front. They're tackling very well here, the Hawks. Butler that time on Mullen. Okay, so Stewart could be out of the game. That's a massive out for the remainder of this one. D'Ambrosio now, a high ball around the corner. 𝐴𝐿𝐴 in a good spot. And he'll take the mark here. So 30 seconds. Maybe time for one last chance here for potentially the Cats. But Scrimshaw beats out Dangerfield. Couldn't take the mark though. 𝐵𝐶𝐶 puts his head over the pill. Dangerfield did well to extract it out. Brian Mize, a quick kick out as a bounce. Oh, bounces the wrong side of the post. 1-3 now for the Cats. Battle now to clear it out of the defence. And a good mark from Chol. That should be padded, it is, but Tell run out here. It's been a good start here, especially for Hawthorn. 3 goals, 4 plays, 1 goal, 3. Look it on right from the get-go here. Their pressure, their tackling, how they're moving the pill has been excellent so far. Looking sharp, whilst the Cats, definitely look a bit unsettled. So perhaps they'll have a bit of a momentum patch where they get the game on their terms, but so far, definitely Hawks, the better side. So 1 goal, 3 plays, 3 goals, 4. Danger going in hard. Yeah, I mean, well, that's why Danger's so good, because like those hand passes, that hand pass he got out to Myers, like those offloading hand passes are very, very important. He's still, he's a very, very tough player to tackle, Danger. Anyways, let's have a look at the team stats. So 14 to 11 inside 50s here. Clearances pretty much even. 10 to 9. Contested ball. Cats minor. Narrowly winning. But yeah, Hawthorn have been able to control the footy much better. 31 to 12 marks. 3 to 0 marks inside 50. So Cats have probably had a bit more the same at least opportunity, but aren't using it well. But yeah, geez, our other Hawks tackling well. Yeah, they're really putting the Cats on the back foot. Hardwick's tackled well, even a bit of Warple. Sam Butler's had a hug here or there. And yeah, the running's been great. The Hawks have had D'Ambrosio, Dylan Moore, a lot of those high half forward types, always providing an option when they're getting the ball out in the open. It's that wave running of hand pass options they do have. 4 score involvements for Connor Nash, 3 for Dylan Moore, 3 for Lloyd Meek. Contested footy, 5 for 𝐴𝐿𝐴, 5 for Tom Atkins. Score involvements, already went over that. Intercept possessions, 4 for Sam 𝐴𝐿𝐴, Sicily, Harmon and Barras with 3 each. And yeah, Hawks back 6, looking pretty well settled back there. Cats just really going to be cleaning up disposal. Yeah, he sure is, Smithster. He's a terrific athlete. Yeah, no doubt, 𝐴𝐿𝐴. One of the Cuts to wins, the Lions have an easy kill. Yeah, I mean, there's, unless Sydney's playing in the grand final, there's no easy kills really, mate. Yeah, geez, I have to stitch myself up there. Lions winning the next 9 flags. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't entirely bet against it, got to get around the non-Victorian teams a little bit as a Sydney supporter myself. But yeah, Stewart's out of the game, out with concussion, and he's going to miss the grand final should the Cats make it through. But at the minute, the Cats aren't looking like they're going to be making the grand final. How they're playing so far, definitely need to get into the game a bit more. Got a Broncos versus Sharks finals. Oh, how good was that game? The Raiders versus Broncos. I don't usually watch a whole heap of league, but I tuned into that and. Oh, geez, it was a bit of a game. Raiders pretty unlucky, though. They thought they had the game sewn up, and then they called them back. the bunker and the penalties and stuff. Yeah, he was excellent. He got 10 in the bin, then he came back out, changed the game. I don't go for anyone in league, but I do live just outside Canberra, so I probably should go for the Raiders, but I don't really support a team. I guess I'll hop on the bandwagon if they make the grand final again. But yeah, they got the Sharks actually this Saturday night. Oh geez, hopefully the Raiders don't go out straight sets, but again, I don't support them. Lions on the up with their list, 5 year. Yeah, nah, how about it, eh? Terrific youth I've got. Hello, Vivian. I'm hopefully going well, Land. Welcome, my friend. And Boston, good to see you too, mates. Lions won't get flogged. Yeah, no, I don't think that will be the case. Really, a bit of a coin flip. But who knows, really? Who knows? I haven't been really... I haven't been too hot with me tips so far in the finals. But, just want to enjoy the good game. So, yeah. Stewart's no good. Pretty much done for the year, I'd say. That's a big out. Right, so that's definitely going to hinder the Cats' chances. Whilst Hawks looking like a well-oiled machine so far, they're looking wow. Attack and defence-wise, extremely well balanced. And yeah, they're showing the replays here. That's very true. When the ball's hitting the deck from the marking contest, Hawks just have more numbers around the ball. And again, like their work rate's been pretty good, always out in the open. Not really struggling to man up at times as well, the Cats. Drinking from the exact same Willie's mineral water. Oh, yeah, mate. Yeah, no, I don't mind mineral water. I know people don't like sparkling water, but I've never minded it before. It's not bad. I find it pretty quenching, to be honest, but each to their own, I suppose. Well, good start here from the Hawks. Serve the lead, 3 goals, 4 plays, 1 goal, 3. See how this second term goes. But yeah, the questions on Hawthorn's midfield started this game. 𝐓𝐿𝐿 has had some nice touches. 𝐻𝐻𝐻𝐿, I think he started all right as well. And even Nash, probably one of the best on ground that first term too. So far, it's been so good from the Hawks inside game. We're underway for the second term. And Nash, speaking of the devil, gets the first centre clearance of the second term. Shallow entry here, bouncing ball. O'Connor, haven't heard his name tonight. Has he even had a touch? I think he's had 1 or 2. Kick now, clearing, and Dangerfield overhead always strong. But he's got to watch out. Butler, a good tackle. Just gets the hands out, though. It's a turnover. Amon now, here to Josh Ward on his favoured left. Cuts it in ball with a hand pass back to Amon. Fumble. Can't believe fumbling there. Smith, a clean pick up. His hand pass right into the face of Tom Atkins there. And blitz half tackle well from Josh Ward. How about that tackle from Josh Ward? It's something I admire, given the team I support can barely stick much tackles. Good tackle there again. Anyways, kicking out of the wing. It's another bad kick here for the Cats. They've had some really just un-Geelong-like turnovers here. Chol now finds in a bit of space. Jack Gunston, he can go back here. Maybe trying to find a centering kick. I think he's in range. So 70 goals for Gunson this year. Can he guide this one through? I think he's a good chance here. Good looking kick. It's across the face. Misses. So another minor score here for the Hawks. They've had a few chances go astray. I mean, that's a pretty justified, in a way. Not much shame in scoring a point there. It's a hard kick, but starting to rack up the scoring shots. 8-4. Holmes, that's out in the full. Jeez. They butchering the ball here, the Guts, and now Gunson can quickly go back here. Good running from Josh Ward. And centering kick. They've always got these options here, the Hawks. Hands it now, Amon trying to find an avenue with a big kick. He can hit one out from outside 50. Centres it. 𝐓𝐴𝐴𝐴𝐴𝐴 with the ball. Who's at ground level here? Maybe Butler. But it's rushed through for a minor score. Another minor point there for the Hawks. 3-6 now. Now I'm guessing over 160 what happened. So low scoring. Well, Hawthorn's defence has been so good so far, so good. Maybe the game could open up with a bit of scoring, but again, I'm not a betting man, so all the best. Holmes now doesn't put it out in the full this time. Dangerfield versus 𝐵𝐶𝐶, and neutral ball there, ball in centre wing. Yeah, Stewart's out for the game. It's massive out for the Cats, and he was in some good form in the build up to this game too. Ball in here. 𝐓𝐴𝐴𝐴𝐴 hits the head out. Meek gives it right to Bailey Smith. Hits it off the shin, but it works to Dangerfield. So Paddy Dangerfield now with a high kick here. Has he got the set? Big shut in Neil. Oh, what a clunk. What a clunk. He's done that too against Josh Barris. He's hard to beat in the air. So obviously he's been in a lot of hypothetical trade rumours with, him to Carlton if the Cats get 𝐸𝐿𝐴, which, I wouldn't fathom why they'd do that. Over 40 goals this year. 42 goals, 18. Needs to be accurate tonight. Can he convert here? And that's across the face, but it swings back for a goal. And then the Cats, they've kicked the first of the second term, and they've gotten this back to under 10 points, 9 points it is. Oh, Cats in the granny. Yeah, geez, I mean, it's three out of the four teams have smashed Sydney in grand finals, so I guess I should probably support the Pies. Again, I don't really mind. Good mark from Neil. Two goals, 3-6. So after a few misses there from the Hawks, the Cats have made them pay with a snag back their way. Finals rarely shootouts. Yeah, no, isn't really the case so far. It's a bit of a, it's a bit of a fast-flowing game, but still fairly low scoring. But yeah, no, both Cats' goals have just come from long kicks inside 50. Nothing fancy. Ball back in the middle here. O'Connor getting some centre bounces. Holmes, good evasion out here to Lawson Humphreys. Kick now to the wing. 1-on-1 here between Hardwick and Stengel, and he's going to win a free here, Tyson Stengel. And that's, it's the number one rule for coaches, always keep your feet. He did, whilst Hardwick didn't. Stengel now. Goes a high ball up here inside 50. Battle brings it to ground. Smith roving it. Left foot snap. Oh, out the back here all alone. Big mark, 𝐓𝐴𝐴𝐴𝐴, and he should goal. And 2 in a row for the Cats. Well, good vision there from Bailey Smith. I thought he did one of his usual hack kicks, but it worked nicely there. Fell to Mark 𝐓𝐴𝐴𝐴𝐴 and his goal. And he was bloody good in the first week too, Mark 𝐓𝐴𝐴𝐴𝐴, and he's got a goal already. So, yeah, I thought Battle did well to defend that. Probably a bit unlucky there. Scrimshaw looked like he had it covered, but the bounce of the ball didn't favour him. Smith roved it nicely in 𝐓𝐴𝐿𝐴𝐿's goals. Right, well, back to 3 points. This is what I want, a bloody close game, for Christ's sake. Turner off the guts. Close game's a good game. 𝐓𝐴𝐿𝐴𝐿 warning. Balling up. I'm keen for next year with the rule changes, though, especially the sub. That's going to be a good one. And apparently there's going to be some ruck changes as well. Not exactly sure what the details are for that, but could be beneficial. Smith now starting to get into the game a bit. Centre clearance his way. Bouncing ball. 𝐓𝐴𝐿𝐴𝐿 hunts it well. It's a good tackle from Scrimshaw. And again, like the Hawthorn's tackling has been really good so far. Yeah, just saw that. 𝐴𝐥𝐿𝐴 Curno's at the game. What's he thinking now? Stuff these two teams, go to the Swans. I mean, I wouldn't mind Ken, obviously, but it's just the concern of what would we have to give up to get him, because it'd have to be something. Anyway, that's a bit of a fortuitous kick. Soccer kick right into the path of close over the top now to Sean Munner. Can have a better kick here. He's butchered the ball a bit early on. And he's kicked that right to D'Ambrosio, but it was smothered, actually. 𝐴𝐿𝐴𝐿 did well. And a nice composed kick into the corridor here to find Connor McDonald. And across here to Connor Nash. Turns on the Jets. What's he got now on his right shoe? Does this kick find Gunston one-on-one? Henry, he does okay. Gunston, can he win out? He can. How's the kick on his left shoe? He goes for goal. It's going to bend back. It's going to go to the top of the square. And Mitch Lewis takes the mark. Oh, how about that from Jack Gunston? Huge play. And Mitch Lewis is going to line up directly in front here, in front of the Hawks cheer squad. Drinking his whiskey neat tonight. Absolutely all. Yeah, for sure, Stephen, mate. How about that from Gunston, though? Big 1-on-1 there against Jack Henry, who's hard to beat. And from point-blank range, Mitch Lewis slams it home. 3 goals, 3 plays, 4 goals, 6. Back out to 9 points. But yeah, again, Sean Munner, geez, he is butchering it. That goal's sort of really kick-started by a bad turnover. It's a good smother from 𝐴𝐿𝐴𝐿, but the Hawks bounce from half-back very good there. And Gunston, I thought that was actually going to go in. But yeah, Guthrie, a bit of no man's land there, to be honest, trying to defend the big man of Mitch Lewis. He's got 2 goals, Mitch Lewis. Kicked the first of this game, obviously, of course. He's had... Also, he could have had 3, to be honest, if he nailed that other set shot he had early in the first term. Ball back in the middle here. 𝐓𝐴𝐿𝐴𝐿, how about that for body strength? Bumps out Max Holmes with ease. The pickup's a beautiful one, and now he's away. Left foot kick, drops short here to Mitch Lewis. Couldn't quite hit the hand pass, and Clark, the youngster, big game for him in a prelim final. High draft pick, let's remember too, Jai Clark. Now Bailey Smith. Geez, could have been a free there to Wimpy, but the Cats are out here. Brad Close, a deep kick inside 50. Hardwick, the spare man. You've got to mark that, to be honest, but that will do for the Hawks. A spoil, 450 stoppage here for Geelong. Yeah, did he interfere with him? Yeah, a little clip on the air. He's been excellent, though, Jarman Impey. I've said it plenty of times on stream and on video. He's probably been one of the more underrated players. Unsung heroes for the Hawks this year, Impey. Clearing kick now from, guess who, Impey. Ginnivan now. Clean hands across here to Mitch Lewis. Has a bit of time now to make his mind towards the direction of Gunston. And he takes the mark. How about that? That's terrific one-on-one work. And what's he got now inside 50? Just going to drop it short into Mitch Lewis. He might go for goal here, Mitch Lewis. 6 touches, 2 goals, 1. Probably in his range here, to be honest. He goes whack, and the kick looks pretty good. Oh, he's absolutely flushed that. Couldn't have hit it any better. What a goal, Mitch Lewis. He's got 3. Kenny 𝐓𝐡𝐞, get the phone ringing somewhere. We need this lad. We don't need 𝐼𝐶𝐞 𝐬𝐿. We need bloody Mitch Lewis. What a half he's having. Oh, how about this Mitch Lewis? He's got 3 goals and a half. And he has obviously had his injury problems this season. Absolutely flush. A 2 in a row here for the Hawks. For the Cats, got 2 in a row back their way. 5 goals, 6, 3 goals, 3. Much more affordable than 𝐼𝐶𝐞. Yeah, we'll see, mate. Dangerfield did well to get the offloading hand pass out, but Ginnivan, he's there to mop up, and the kick is smothered. And going to be a ball up here. Probably good to give him the hands there, Ginnivan. Umpire's ball. Dangerfield now whacks it inside 50. And this one has a bit of an awkward bounce to stay in play here. And 𝐓𝐴 keeps his feet out over the top here to Josh Battle. And now a clearing kick towards the direction of Sam Butler. Couldn't take the mark. Bowes mops it up nicely. Drops it short. It's a good kick. And it's that man, Sean Manor, where, geez, everything he's touching is turned to shite here a bit. So he probably owes the Cats one here. He's getting his hands on it. No problems with that. But yeah, 3 clangers going at 50%. Needs to neaten up a bit. Not sure is a death, but yeah, nah. It is a big out for them. Can Manor goal here? Yeah, looks pretty good, and he does. Well, probably the first efficient thing he's done. I'm not trying to hate on him, but no, he's had a few bad mistakes. But now it's needed for the Cats. Back to 9 points. Back and forth this game is a little bit. This second term now finally starting to see some goals. Yeah, but he could have held on to that mark, Butler, a bit better. Bowes did well to arrive and intervene and drops the kick short. Probably just 15 to Manor, and he goals. So Dangerfield. Would he? I mean, he could still choose to retire at his exit meetings should the Cats get eliminated this week. Probably goes. No, probably goes for another year. You'd think. It definitely doesn't look cooked when watching him play this season. Like, yeah, obviously he still shows his age here and there, but still has plenty of burst. And obviously, at times, an unstoppable player overhead. Atkins now. 𝐼𝐶𝐞 does well to force the hands out now. Humphries' kick towards the wings. Just a bit of a dangler. Close, clean to Jai Clark. It's a big game. I'm keen to see how Clark goes. You know, big draft pick from a few years ago, but that's a bad kick there. Turnover from Sicily. Or to Sicily, I should say. Sorry. Yeah, exactly right, Gabba. 9-3 intercept marks. The Hawks have been dominating that start in finals football. Their first 2 finals, I should say. Warple now just whacks it inside 50. Bouncing ball. Bowes. Oh, jeez. What on earth was that? Bit of a bad fumble there. And it's going to be a ball in here. Almost halfway through this second term. Starting to see some goals in the second stanza. Ball drops now to D'Ambrosio on his favourite left. A deep kick to the mouth of the square. And Gunston's marked. Oh, wait, no. It's a holding free. Jeez. It's a bit of a rough call, to be honest. Gunston's been excellent in the second term. A bit unlucky there, but perhaps it was there. They'll probably show a replay. Anyways, 𝐲𝐿 defends O'Connor there nicely. Let's see this again. They're going to show it here now. I don't think that was much. I don't think that was much at all. He just lost his balance there, Henry. It's a good tackle. Could be ball, but didn't have Pryor. Ball spills out now. The Cats have it. Atkins back to 𝐼𝐻𝐪 on his trademark kick. It's a good hold from Cameron, who's been well held so far from Josh Battle. Showing why he has been an All-Australian this year, of course, Josh Battle. Jeremy Cameron now. Plays on with a high kick inside 50. Oh, geez, it swings back the other way. That's a strange kick. It like swung back the other way. 𝐶𝐷, though, very strong mark. And can now go back and... So going down the line, just goes short the 𝐓𝐴𝐵. Long down the line. 𝐷𝐞𝐿 in a good spot. Mitch Lewis, though. Strong hands. And across now here to Karl Amon. Flicks the hands over the top here to Josh Battle and can now whack it here deep to the pocket. Gunston brings it to ground. Beautiful crumbing from Nick Watson. Snapping shot. Oh, that is special. What a goal from Nick Watson. That is unbelievable. I mean, I tell you what, only players like him can kick that. That is a remarkable goal. Snapping from that sort of area on your left foot. Wow. Goal of the night. And the Hawks get one back. That is a pretty extraordinary goal. But yeah, again, like the Hawks, again, these outside runners in there again. Nick Watson, no one on him. Roves it beautifully in that kick. Wow. Special goal. Special goal indeed. Some goal. So that's Watson's first goal of the game, and as we do say, this man only needs a 2 to 3 minute window to really break the game open. Holmes just evades a would-be tackler there and gets the kick away. Impey defends it well, off hands though, it spills to 𝐷𝐞𝐿, and now Bose has to break a tackle. He does well, he bursts his way through, and does this sit for Stengel? No, it doesn't, it's out in the full. And now to bring it back in here is Hardwick. So long down the line. Geez, O'Connor got up early there. Should be a free, and it is advantage here for the Hawks. Now over the top here to Ginnivan. Can he measure the kick? Not quite. And Connor O'Sullivan intercepts there. Across now to Lawson Humphries. And can now whack it on the shoe out wide here to Oisin Mullen. Now to the wing to find Sean Munner. Yeah, no, it can be a bit unenjoyable seeing players play for free. Even your own players, to be honest. I know, obviously, Papley and stuff can do that. Cameron, that's a good mark. And, could be a bit of Jezza time here. He could go back here. Sound the game? Yeah, mate. Streaming from the MCG toilets, mate. Nah, obviously joking. But sometimes people at the game can sometimes hop on the stream and say hi. Jeremy Cameron, for his 86th goal of the season, if you don't mind, can he goal here? Now this one, the Cats, they're sort of just somewhat hanging in there. Cameron's kick, he's absolutely flushed that. Jeez, the goal kicking has been, I mean, we've seen some quality goals here tonight. Cameron's kicked the 𝐴𝐵𝐿𝐿. 86 goals and, well, back to 9 points, back and forth here. What do you mean by 𝐵𝐶𝐷? Good mark from Jesse. His first of the game. So a goal each to the two main men of Cameron and Shannon Neal. 5 goals 3, 6 goals 6. Ball back in the middle. And no fuss. 𝐼𝐴 just sharks a hand pass forward. And Jai Clark tackled well there. Ball up. Oh, miss in terms of the goals. Yeah, no, hard to see it. Obviously, one of the best set shots in the league, no doubt. Geez, that one bounced off the umpire. Ginnivan now. Joel can fly. Does well to halve the contest and win a stoppage for his team. Yeah, I mean, his goal in that qualifying final was pretty crazy. That was when Ash Johnson kicked the check side, and then literally, like the next minute, Cameron goes back and kicks that goal. That was pretty crazy. That was an all-time final, that one. We did stream that, of course. Oh, Ginnivan lost in the lights. That's when Gary Rowan bloody had the game of his life. Holmes across here now to 𝐻𝐴𝐴 Guthrie. It's a good kick. Got some runners here. Jack Martin. He's been a bit of a revelation for the Cats. He's come in, played a bit of half back, but now half forward the last 6 odd weeks or so, and he's been on the end of some nice goals. Obviously, pretty underrated player overhead too. I mean, that's a simple mark, but he can grab a couple. Let's see if he can go here. Drafted the Suns, moved to the Blues, and now at the Cats. Jack Martin, he's got 11 goals this season. Can he make it 12? Kicks on its way. Does it swing back? It's across the face. And it's going to go through from on skill. It was actually marked there from Neil, but obviously over the line. So directly in our 8-point game. Gives me hope as a Brisbane supporter that the Pulse-Morov Hawks can win. Still think we get pumped by 3+ goals. Yeah, I mean, Brisbane definitely a chance. Yeah, Pies are probably the most finals hardened team in the comp, though. So if it's going to be close, it's probably just a team to trust more, to be honest. Because they always, especially, like, look how they played the first week, for example. They were pretty flawless. And yeah, Brisbane, form a little bit erratic. I know Collingwood's was too, but the more worrying thing for Brisbane is that performance at the first week of finals. Like, that was, can't be playing like that in finals footy, but who knows, really. It's been a bit unpredictable, this final series. Ginnivan, though, plays the high and he wins it. Yeah, I feel like it's a coin flip game, 𝐻𝐴𝐴. Towards half forward now. Joel can fly. Ooh, good effort there. Kick forward from McDonald. Butler, that's not 15. Oh, he's trying to claim the mark. Ball spills out. Guthrie to Myers. It's a good-looking kick, Martin, though. He's going to be in the back, I think. Yeah, probably too much of a push there. So, Saturday games. Yeah, no, that's a fair point, to be fair, 𝐻𝐴𝐴. The form the Crows the back last quarter of the season was no good, and there you go, it showed in finals. But, the Pies' form wasn't too great either, and they come out and they play absolutely epic, so... The thing is, they're all justified points we all make, but at the end of the day, who really knows who wins? Who can turn up? But obviously, Collins' finals experience is pretty valuable too. Dempsey, oh no, look, hand pass, Tyson Stengel. Or does that rival goal the night for Dick Watson? I don't think so, but how about that? No, look, a hand pass. Cats are winning the quarter, and they got this game back under a kick. It's a 2-point game now. That's a clever hand pass. Yeah, and also that is true, 𝐶. Lions' depth, bloody is easily, I'd say, probably the best in the competition. Look at all the outs they've got. Ainsworth really improved as a small defender this year. He's missed a bit, large chunk of footy. Payne out for most of the year, it feels like now. But, geez, Andrews has really elevated his game. I think he goes to Ben King a few minutes in last week and absolutely shuts him out. No Neil, no Hipwood, but I wonder if 𝐴𝐺𝐿𝐼 can have a decent game again. He was good last week, and can't remember last time Lions played Collingwood. Henry Smith kicked a couple of goals, so could he have a big night tomorrow night? But a good second quarter this season. It's a bit of goal for goal, really. Oh, overcooked the hand pass there. Bailey Smith's had a pretty big second term, though. The start now, they really get settled with the hand passes in tight, too. The cuts and the kicking. Forward to centre is improving, and Stengel, is he going to win a free? No, he isn't. Umpire's ball it is. 𝐼𝐴, a good tackle there. Ball up here. It's going to be high 𝐼𝐴. There he is. Screw the Bronx shares. Oh, that Hawk support on happy. 𝐼𝐴 now across here to 𝐵𝐴. Now out across here to Hardwick. He's providing the run here. Tom Barrass, out of all players. Jeez, is he playing on? Okay. Inboard now to Gidevan. Snapping kick around the kill. Jeez, bad kick there. Bad kick, turnover. Guthrie. And they could be out here again, the Cats. The forward runners are on their bike. And it's a beautiful kick from close to find danger, and he could go back here. Cats fans up and about. So if Danger can slot this one home. So if Danger can slot this one home. There we go, a bit of a mumble. Exactly, that's it. So anyway, gives the hands here. Jeremy Cameron going whack from 50 out. He's not going to make the goals. Minor score it is. Jeez, that was a bit of an anticlimax. Expecting big things there, but misses there. 1 point game now. Got a bit of a contest here. Yeah, Hawks are their first quarter was fantastic, but definitely losing a bit of that running power, getting the ball out in the open. Cats starting to up the pressure and hurt them back the other way. Turnovers starting to creep in a little bit for the Hawks as well. Joel. Oh, what a second effort. Good tackle there. Yeah, Danger probably should have went back, to be honest, thinking. Yeah, I feel like they're getting the rub of the ground a bit. The Cats freeze up somewhat there, to be honest. I don't think there's been really any shockers. Got to have a bit of luck, of course. That's always an important thing in footy. 6 goals 5, 6 goals 6. Meeks had some good wins in the ruck contests. Getting a few clearances, grabbing out of the ruck. Ineffective, though. Back the other way, Atkins boots it towards half forward. Dangerfield in front. Now there it is. There's that offload hand pass again. And Stengel now around the corner. Who's at home here? MP overhead. Sicily's knocked it out of his hands. Danger crushing through his own teammate. It's chaos here, ladies and gentlemen. 𝐷empsey now can dribble this home. Oh, the bad bounce. Jeez. Scores level. Minute 39 to play. Wouldn't mind seeing a grand final punch-up. Oh, geez, bloody the commentary glazing over the crowd. It would be a great atmosphere. That could be ball, to be fair, Atkins. Oh, geez, that could have been there, to be fair. Great tackle, but cuts to offload it. Stengel getting on the end of the handball received. Dangerfield in front again. 𝐷empsey now. Beautiful hands. Centering kick. Bit of a mumble. A bit of a shite one, to be honest. Turnover from 𝐼𝐴. They're doing okay here, the Hawks' defence, to just hold it up. Butler now. Ooh, probably he's high there, to be honest. No high. Over the top now. Nope. Goes back. Mize to Atkins. Back to Mize. And it's a good enough kick for Jai Clark. And he does well to play on here. Inside 50. They got the options. Cameron. Oh, what an effort. Dangerfield. Whoa, how about that? Barges his way through. Gives the hands. Jack Bowes. Snapping shot around the corner. He's missed. Oh, geez. How about this finals football intensity? Plays and bodies crushing everywhere. Cuts now in the lead. It's been a very good second term from them. And whilst, Hawthorn's pressure and how they're moving the ball the first term was the difference, they did win the inside 50s, the Cats, so territory wasn't a problem for them. really for this whole game, but now it's starting to use it a bit better. But the Hawks under siege here. Can they get a bit of bounce from half back or from this kick in? But the Cats do well in tight to force another turnover. Back the other way now. No, they will keep it on this thin side. 𝐓𝐿𝐴 Guthrie. And that's a bit of a wobbly kick to 𝐵𝐴. Should be marking that football though. But he does well to get the hand pass away. Bad hand pass there. It's a turnover again. 𝐓𝐿𝐴. Measured kick. Is it good enough? Oh, players lost their bearings. 𝐼𝐵𝐴 mops it up nicely. Gets a bit of metres gained. And he's put it out in the full. What half of football? I don't know why I'm clapping. I mean, it's a good half. 1 point margin in favour of the in favour of the Cats. Sorry, 6-7, 6-6. Just got a bit of a scab. Yeah, no, real finals football, ladies and gentlemen. There it is. If you want to know what finals footy looks like, it's that crushing of bodies. I mean, not much time with ball in hand in tight. It's yeah, it's been a quality game of footy so far. And not being disappointed so far as a neutral, that's safe to say. Boys playing, man. Yeah, no, their intensity really lifted that second quarter, the Cats. Some big quarters too. Atkins, Bailey Smith, Guthrie's been really good back there for them. Dangerfield, again, those offloading hand passes is what he does so well. Sean Matter, again, a bit ineffective, but he's finding a bit of ball kick the goal. The 𝐼𝐿𝐴's been pretty good on Joel, to be fair. Blitzarves, 5 contested possessions, 2 clearances to his name. But yeah, good game of footy. Cameron got himself into the game a little bit more. Don't think either of these teams will beat the Pies, to be honest, as a Cats fan, says Henry. Yeah, so see how the end of this game goes, to be fair, but it's a corker so far. Pies are overrated. Yeah, I can sort of agree with it somewhat. But, you know, the finals experience does take you a long way. Each their own, of course. Anyways, have a look at the stats for half time. Yeah, really good half of footy. Yeah, the Cats have definitely turned the screws a bit. Certainly looked unsettled in that first terms. But, you know, sort of what the Hawks do in the first quarter there, run on the outside and getting those waves of runners, those, you know, hand passes out in the open. They did that really well, and the Cats saw that quite a bit that second term with those high half forwards. Winning the clearances by 3, contested ball by 4. But, yeah, it's a pretty even game on the inside. 5 marks inside 50 apiece, and yeah, Cats were able to control the ball a little bit more. Inside 50s plus 6 for Geelong. And yeah, looking at those play stats. Disposal winner. 𝐼𝐿𝐴 with 17, Smith with 16, Guthrie with 16. Metres gain leader 465 for 𝐼𝐿𝐴. Having a very good year, of course. The former Port player, 𝐴. 9 contested possessions for Dangerfield. He's standing up in finals footy for sure. And again, a lot of those through those offloading hand passes. Bailey Smith with 7. 𝐷𝐿𝐴 with 7. Tackles inside 53 for Nash, 2 for Stengel. In his possessions, 5 for Sicily, 5 for Guthrie, 5 for 𝐷𝐿𝐴. Score relevance, game high is Patrick Dangerfield with 7. Inside 50s, 4 for Bailey Smith. Tackles leader, guess who? Atkins with 6. How about that? But no, fantastic half. Obviously, Hawthorn jumped out of the blocks, but yeah, Cats have done well to, well, progressively throughout that second term, really get the game on their terms a wee bit. They've upped the ante, using the ball much better, unlike that first quarter. And yeah, as we say again, some of those smalls starting to get involved. Like Stengel, pretty big quarter from himself. Myers, a few more kicks that quarter too. Brad Close got involved, and I mean that hand pass from Dempsey was a corker, the no looker, if you don't mind. Oh, sorry about that, Sophie. I didn't see a message from earlier. Have to go. Well, welcome to the stream. Hockers as well. Got plenty of Hawthorn and 𝐴𝐴 supporters in here. Crows look very average. It's important to remember Pies don't have 𝐼𝐴𝐿𝐿. Is 𝐼𝐴𝐿𝐿 now confirmed out? I think he's in for tomorrow night. Or were you talking about the week before? But yeah, no, it's interesting. Like Jack Buller, 𝐬𝐿𝐿 looks like he's requested a trade to the Pies, so maybe 𝐼𝐴𝐿𝐿 could be on the outer. Interesting. They're going to keep him in instead of McStay. But you know, 𝐼𝐴𝐿𝐿 can show some individual brilliance, of course. I think they've definitely been us. Definitely been dubious in grand final with the Rats and 450. Yeah, that's definitely dropped off second half of the year, but it's a different ball game come finals footy. Like Craig McRae says it quite a bit. Like he doesn't usually like to look at form necessarily. I think he said in one of his press conferences, everyone starts from zero in a way. It's a whole new season. But that should be a beauty tomorrow as well, as this game so far is. Anyways, lads, might as well get a footy grid sorted, as we always love to do. Always a favourite on the channel. And by the way, gents, I actually want to shout out these lads. These are fantastic creators. I'm sure maybe some people in here have heard them. StatChat Sports. Maybe you've seen them on the channel before, but not on my channel. No, sorry. Maybe you've seen them across YouTube before, but they do like those AFL themed quizzes. They're fantastic, and yeah, they got on a bunch of different creators across the platforms there is on the World Wide Web, and yeah, they sort of had like a tournament system where we all battled it out, and they had the grand final earlier this week. It was great man of 𝐴𝐿𝐿, make some quality videos, and they had a StatChat subscriber as sort of that wild card spot, and he went all the way through the grand final. He's one I played in the semi-final. He's really good. But yeah, make sure to tune in. It's very good. StatChat Sports is the name. Just don't get time footy media has Pies beaten Lions with ease, but the data says different. Yeah, but as I always like to say, defense does win championships, and Collingwood does look very good. I did see on Twitter earlier this week though. There's a really good account. I forgot the name, but they should have show some data previews, and yeah, Brisbane are the #1 corridor team in the competition, whilst the Pies like 17th. But obviously Collingwood love to use the boundaries. So if Collingwood do well to close the corridor, let's say, and bring enough pressure, like look what the Cats did the first week. Their pressure and their intensity in locking the corridor was great. They weren't able to allow the Lions just to carve the way through the middle of the ground. And that's stuff with the ball movement really well. The Pies are definitely capable of doing that. So who knows? Oh, geez. Now I'm looking on Twitter here. Now Collingwood are targeting 𝐴𝐿𝐿. Christ, everyone wants a lick of the ice cream. He's been linked to about 10 clubs now. Yeah, they're doing well. That's Stewart, to be fair, 𝐼𝐴𝐿𝐿. No one ran Lions in grand final. Yeah, no, well, actually, I don't know. To be honest, I felt a lot of people were tipping them. I remember seeing across, different forums and everything, and they were pretty favoured. I always just had to back my Swannies, I generally thought we'd win. I couldn't really see us getting belted, but there you go. It was all mental. But they were excellent, Brisbane. And see, that's the thing. Like, if the Hawks are going to win this game, like, oh, geez, heading into a grand final, the momentum similar to Brisbane last year. Yeah, geez. And let's say they play Collingwood too. Like, they do have a good record over the Pies. But yeah, no, this game really could go either way. Cats have done well to get the game on their terms a little bit and narrowly lead. I understand one player does not help you make a club, it certainly does help when it's a key player, not to mention when you have 4 key players out in the grand final game. Yeah, no, obviously, they've been hit with injuries quite a bit, as we say again, Brisbane. But apparently Neil might be a chance for the grand final. He says he's not ruling himself out. That would be pretty unbelievable. But they've played good footy without Neil when he has been out, to be fair. You know, midfield did pretty well last week without him against a pretty well respected midfield this year of the 𝐓𝐴𝐿, it's the Suns. Hawks got no home. Yeah, I mean, I don't really blame you, to be honest. First week of finals hand in September, I felt maybe they would have been just good enough to potentially get past the Giants, but probably just wouldn't be on the level of pushing to a prelim and further. But they've proved me wrong. So now that they're here, and let's say they win tonight, I think they'd be honestly every chance next week with all the momentum. Lions midfield deep as anyone's. Oh, probably deep as the comp. Anyways, might as well load up a footy grid. Make sure you like and subscribe if you haven't already, gents. Yeah, hopefully a good second half we're going to be witnessing tonight. Alright, no, sorry, it's the wrong website. AFL Gridley. Need to stop Geelong. Yeah, no, they got out in the open a wee bit in that second quarter. Stengel, big quarter especially. I wonder if 𝐴𝐿 would get looked at, that tackle, to be honest, because like he pinned both the arms. I don't really want to bring it up, but I just saw on here someone mention it. But at the same time, I think it was a fantastic tackle from 𝐴𝐿. So, but yeah, pin in the arms. We'll see what happens. Okay. So, obviously, no doubt we've got a Geelong and Hawthorn themed grid here. Definitely finishing type game. Yeah, you think so. Hockers. All right. 50 games, 2 different clubs, 4 grand finals, 1 plus goal, multiple grand finals. Multiple grand finals. Damn, I was going to go Brandon Parfitt because he kicked the goal late as a sub against us, but I don't think he played in... would he? No, he wouldn't have played 2020. I don't think so. So, yeah, mate, you're giving that caps locks button a bit of a workout on your keyboard, son. Hopefully they are going well. Hawks can't be slipping now. Yeah, no, really could go the way now. Game is wide open there for the taking. I'm trying to think with this one though. Back to focusing on this grid. So 1 goal. He's kicked a goal in 2 or more grand finals. Okay. Yeah, I won't go Parfitt. I don't think... I was going to go Nathan Ablett, but I don't think he played 2009. Probably go one of those types. Probably just skip that for now. We'll do 50 games, 2 different clubs. Lockie Henderson. Old Trusty. Hawthorn, 50 games. Taylor 𝐼𝐻𝐪. Damn, I thought he'd be a bit lower. 4 grand finals, 50 games. Oh, geez, 4 plus grand finals. Fucking hell. It's quite a bit. Jeez, fucking 4. Yeah, Hodge would be pretty popular, so... Yeah, 4. Oh, geez. Give this another season or 2. Luke Parker will be one. Maybe someone from like the sort of like Cats era or something. 4 grand finals. Maybe 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐼𝐻𝐿 teammate. Would have Josh Gibson played 50 games at least for North? I don't think so. I really don't know. Yeah, Brian Lake. Brian Lake's a pretty good one. In fact, we'll just go Lake here. Oh, it's not Lake. How many grand finals did he? No, he wouldn't have played in 4. Okay, damn, we've already wasted an undo. Let's just go Geelong 𝐼𝐴𝐴𝐶 teammates. We'll go with Charlie Constable, 1%. So I was thinking, wait, surely he would have played a game with the Cats. Hawthorn 𝐼𝐴𝐴𝐶 teammates. Go Will Langford. Oh, 3%. Christ almighty. Why am I'm rushing a bit. Then he gets some purples here. Lewis played 50 plus games. Yeah, be a pretty popular one though. I'm thinking Josh Gibson for one of these ones. Cam Guthrie, yeah, okay. I'll take your word for it. Beautiful, well done, AFL legend. He helps out sometimes, AFL legend. Hawthorn, 1 goal in multiple grand finals. Would have 𝐓𝐡𝐞 kicked a goal in 2004? I don't know, eh? 4 plus grand finals. Jeez, 4 grand finals. It's a fucking lot, eh? It really makes you think. We'll go Luke Parker. 2%. Yeah, geez, this is tricky. Now I'm trying to think if like Josh Gibson would have played 50 games for North, because I know he played for them. I don't know how long he played for them though. Swarm of betting just came in for the Cats, $1.80 to $2.50. Oh jeez, Christ! And we say the AFL media flip flops a bit. Same with the sports betting. Christ almighty, swinging back and forth a bit. Oh, look, I think I'm just going to go Josh Gibson because I know he played for them a bit. So give me Josh Gibson. He would have played... Well, hold on here. I don't think he would have played in 3 grand finals. No, he would have played 2012 and then 13, 14, 15. So, yeah, I think Josh Gibson's one. Beautiful. 1%. Guess of the night. Right, 4 grand finals. 𝐼𝐴𝐴𝐶 teammate. Again, we just got to pick someone, like maybe David Hale. Yeah, 2%, we'll take that. And then Hawthorn, 1 plus goal, multiple grand finals. At least try and finish this quiz. Now, we could have gone... Actually, no, Langfield wouldn't have been one. So that's why I'm trying to think, like, would it 𝐓𝐡𝐞 kick the goal in that 2004 grand final? Because I think he would be a decent one. Sam Mitchell. And who really knows in terms of remembering goal kickers? Christ almighty. Look, I think I'm just going to go 𝐓𝐡𝐞 because he did do it for the Hawks. 3%. Would have hoped it was a bit more. Not bad. I mean, that's pretty tricky. Like, to be honest, 4 grand finals, you're not really going to get an opportunity for obscure plays unless you've got a real good thinking cap on. But yeah, not bad. Anyways, gents, got a game, half a footy still to get around. This is a quality one for sure. Cats just narrowly leading by a minor score. Fork, swing, I'm a 𝐴𝐴𝐶 Christ almighty, the chat's a bit going up and about. What does that even mean, 𝐴𝐴𝐶 Christ almighty, am I going to get bloody doxed and people are going to come and bloody beat me to death or something. All right, well, they're showing the radar on the Fox footy coverage, so maybe a bit of rain or wind's going to kick in. Maybe some rain's going to come. I mean, that's pretty fitting for a game like this, eh? It's all happening. So, winner, of course, off to the grand final. It's the Cats narrowly leading by 1 point over the Hawks. It's been a great game to watch so far. 6 goals, 7 plays, 6 goals, 6 are underway for the third term. Premiership quarter underway. It's always an important quarter in football. And who can win this first inside ball? It's Dangerfield again, barging his way through, getting the centre clearance. Inside 50 now. Battle somewhat misreads it. Can't quite get the hands to a teammate. Then Neil. Then Impey, a high ball. It's not great. It's going to be turned over here. 𝐵𝐻𝐿's a good mark, who's had a good first half. Gives the quick hands to Myers. Probably a bit too quick. Inside 50. Stengel gets in front. He does well. Sells the candy. Right foot snap. Tyson Stengel. That's a great goal. And he really got the game. Oh, sorry. He really... I'm trying to think of what I'm trying to say. Very good second quarter he had. And he's kicked a lovely goal there. There we go. Wasn't able to call that really well. But no, he was very good that second term, Stengel. And, well, there you go. Goes bang right away. The show the wide shot players still haven't, fans still haven't gotten to their seats. They've already missed a goal. But no, really good win there from Stengel. Just able to get a hand in and get front position. Sell the candy. Very nicely done. He's had some big finals games in the past. Of course, 4 goals in that 22 grand final, and he's kicked a beauty there. He's got 2 goals for the game now, 8 touches, looking dangerous. And he has had some quiet games throughout the season too. He's had some form drops, so he's a good time to have a good night of footy, no doubt. Ball back in the middle, and Dangerfield again. Jeez Louise. Ugly kick though. I mean, that's a bit of the danger classic, to be honest. A bit of a clanger kick. There's no such thing as a perfect player. Warple now. In midfield. It's a good kick. Watson, unlike, you probably should have held that, but a risky ball in the corridor. It's turned over. Smith now. Good composure. Gives the hands instead. Now Grind Myers. A deep kick inside 50. That's unlike him. But a bit of a bouncing ball. Tough for Battle. Does well, though, to Barras. Too much hang time, potentially, but he just finds Ginnivan. Ginnivan really pushing up the ground throughout this game. He's getting a handful of possessions in that half back and in the back pocket. And now clearing kick down the line. In front position there was Mark O'Connor. Dylan Moore does well to get the hands out to Newcomb. Back to Nick Watson. Kick towards the wing. And 𝐵𝐻𝐿, that's going to be a mark. That's a very good mark when it was pushing out towards a ball in. And now back here to Connor O'Sullivan. Max Holmes on the end of this. Ooh, good fantasy play this year, Max Holmes. If anyone does play fantasy, probably no one cares, but, oh geez, what's he done here? Max Holmes under the pump. He's forced to get the hands out to nobody. And a ball to be won here of a sudden for these Hawks forwards, but Myers there on the scene, out here to Bailey Smith, and now, oh jeez. Well, that's actually sort of worked for the Cats, because now they're out in the open. How does that even work? Sean Matter now inside 50. Kick, probably too much for Danger. He does well to win front position and bring it down, but well defended from Barras. Hands over the top now from Amon. Ball to be won here, Atkins. Hunts well, gives the hands to Close. Over the top here for Dangerfield. This would be fitting if he can kick a goal. Paddy Dangerfield has got it. I think, yes, it looked like he missed, but he's got it. Paddy Dangerfield turning back the clock, ladies and gentlemen. Who said in the chat he should retire next year? Nah, jokes, I don't want to actually point the finger at you. Yeah, wow. He is now really starting to piece together an unforgettable game somewhat. But yeah, no, Gary Lyons says it well. His strength in the contest, that's been the game-winning thing for him so far, or the game-breaking thing, I should say. As I mentioned about 5 times, those offloading hand passes are just so important in finals football, and being able to stand up in contests, and he's done that well. And he's there open for the handball receive, snaps around the corner. He's goaled 17 disposals, 2 goals to his name. He's really now starting to break this game open a bit. Jeez. Yeah, no, and that's That's oh, you wouldn't be happy if you're a Hawthorn supporter. You know, chance to lock the ball in for a ball up and a bad mistake from Holmes, and then they just walk it back, and then they just you know, able to chain it from well, yeah, go to coast, I should say. Smith now gets a little clearance towards the wing. Ginnivan playing for a hold. Not going to get it. 𝐵𝐶𝐿𝐼, that's a great tackle. That could be ball. Yeah, it's a good tackle. Brad close. Been unlucky for 𝐵𝐶𝐿𝐼, but I guess it was there. Now across here to Atkins. Now to 𝐼𝐵𝐿𝐼. 𝐼𝐵𝐿𝐼 now with his trademark kick inside 50. Danger can fly. Oh, jeez. What a contest. He's absolutely clobbered Dangerfield there, Jeremy Cameron. But yeah, no, it's really since the halfway through the second term, Hawks have definitely looked under siege. The Cats have done well to really stifle quite a bit of their ball movement. And a high kick here from Dempsey. It's marked from Brad Close. He's told to go, I think. Max Holmes, a snapping shot. It's another for the Cats. It's another. What's this? Thrown around. I'm starting to lose count a little bit here. 18 points. Oh, Jeff Kennett's not happy. It's a should do impersonation. Oh, it's just a pathetic third quarter here. Now, I'm terrible. Nah, geez. Cats are really now starting to get the game going here. 3 in a row. Forwards getting involved, and they've just looked a lot stronger in the contest than the Hawks. Starting to make them look second rate. Contested footy, working the hands nicely here. The Cats, and Holmes is up and about. 6 of the last 7 for the Cats, so it's not necessarily got 3 in a row, but it's 6 of the last 7. As we say again, halfway through the second term, it's game's just really progressively faded out of Hawthorn's favour, so definitely need a bit of a lift here from the midfield. Ball back in the middle here. Who can win in the middle here? 𝐴𝐿𝐼. Bursting his way through does well, but it's a bad hand pass right to 𝐼𝐼. And now off the spread, they go quick here. The Cats, Bowes just gets the hands away. He got legged. Free here to Bowes. They probably could have played advantage there, the Cats. And he's given the hands now to Bailey Smith. He goes whack from outside 50. It's going to miss. On a score. Oh, but geez, you know, the hand passing game, the Cats' second term has looked around. I mean, that being a legged free. I mean, both players have tripped up on each other. I don't think I can call that a free. Yeah, point's a point. So Hawthorn really need to start getting some control on their ball movement a bit. It's a bit like the first quarter. They're sort of, now all of a sudden Hawthorn are looking a bit unsettled. And another repeated entry here for the Cats. Barris under this one. Tackled well. Umpire's ball. Manor now. Couldn't quite get the kick away. Oh, 𝐴𝐿𝐼. Agent 𝐴𝐿𝐼. Agent 𝐴𝐿𝐼. Oh, dearie me. Can't be doing that. Lack of awareness there. Good tackle from 𝐼𝐼. And now another inside 50. On to the lead of Cameron. Oh, they're really now starting to cook with a bit of gas here, the Cats. Jeez. Come on, Hawks. Come on, Hawks. Kick a couple. It's got to be another. Don't tell me it's got to be another smashing. Come around the corner. Never in doubt. Cats on a run. And it's now 24 points. No, sorry, 26 points. And the cheer squad's loving it. 87 goals. 10 goals 8, 6 goals 6. They've started very good here, the Cats, this third term. And then, yeah, 𝐼𝐼's just a beautiful kick there. And it's 𝐼𝐼's like. Need a response from the midfield, though, the Hawks. Cats have been able to win a number of clearances here. And looking a bit second rate on the inside, too. Yeah, it's looking now a bit out of their favour, a bit the Hawks. It's all of a sudden ballooned out to 26 points, whilst they started very well here. Ball back in the middle. Max Holmes now. Oh, geez, that was a bit of a strange ricochet. It falls to Bose, and now another kick inside 50 here for the Cats. They're under siege as Hawthorn defence. But yeah, no, this is a smashing in the clearances so far. 7-0, there you go. 7-0 in this third term. And 10-1 inside 50s. And, you know, as we have said before, Cats one of the most efficient teams in the comp when they're up and running. They're a hard team to stop scoring-wise, and they've piled on the goals here and put scoreboard pressure on the Hawks. 4:50 stoppage here. Neil got up there. Dylan Moore clearing kick around the corner. Who can fly here? Ball hits ground level. 𝐓𝐶𝐶 back the other way. But it's just a bit of a nothing kick. 𝐓𝐡𝐿𝐴𝐵𝐿 as the spare man. Couldn't quite hit the hand pass. That's a good tackle from Lawson Humphries. On the ball. It's a great tackle, but I think Moore's been unlucky there. But no, pressure's been really good. The Cats progressively in as the game has gotten on. And Cameron, a smart kick should find 𝐵𝐿𝐴𝐵𝐿, but well defended from 𝐻𝐻𝐿𝐴𝐵𝐿. 𝐼𝐵𝐿𝐴𝐵𝐿, it's got to watch out. He does well to evade the tackle. And that should sit here for Gunston, but it doesn't. Does not. What search for a Murphy to watch? Yeah, I wouldn't blame you if the Cats maybe kick another couple. Backline's just turned off. I think a lot of it's on the midfield a bit too, Hockers. Like, they're getting smashed in the clearances. You know, the Cats are just... The hand pass is just too hot. And ball in it. 26 points. For the Cats, they have kicked... I mean, I've lost count. They've kicked that many. 1, 2... They've kicked 4 goals in a space of minutes. 13:32 left in this third term. Dylan Moore now gets the kick forward. Punch forward from Warple, bit of a nothing one. Umpire's ball. Watson, 𝐓𝐶𝐶 bangs it forward. Hawks, can they get something here? And they can. Jack Gunston marks. So they need that. Gunston had a big second quarter. Let's remember, here's when some... Well, there it is again against Jack Henry. He's having a great game against him. He's able to take that 1-1 mark there. Oh, Hawks simply need this. Get it back to 20 points. It feels like they're getting clobbered at the minute, and if you're a Hawthorn supporter, probably a bit pessimistic. But tell you what, goal this, it's only 20 points. And he does. They need that. All right, let's hope for a few in a row from an 𝐓𝐴𝐿𝐴𝐵𝐿 point of view. Let's hope for a few in a row and, you know, get the game back close. That would be handy. Don't go searching for a mover at the moment, 𝐻𝐻𝐿𝐴𝐵𝐿. Jath's on as a sub by the looks of it. Well, there we go. Clearance one from Hawks, and it turns into a goal. A bit of a dirty ball inside 50, but Gunston is the man to go to, certainly for the Hawks. Yeah, so now it's on this Hawks midfield, the goal. Now we try and get the momentum, turn the momentum into their favour. So Butler subbed out, Jathon as the sub. Could that give them a bit of run? Ball back in the middle here. As we have seen in some of these finals games, centre clearances can come at a premium sometimes, and they can turn into goals. Dangerfield again. Like, how about those hands? Like, that is outstanding. Good mark there from Battle. Kicking out of the wing. Good quick kick finds Dylan Moore. So can they get a bit of run here, the Hawks? That's a good kick. Opens up now, finds Jarman 𝐼𝐵𝐿𝐴𝐵𝐿. Inside 50 now, high centering ball. Connor McDonald can get on the end of this, and he takes the mark. It's a beautiful kick from 𝐼𝐵𝐿𝐴𝐵𝐿. And it's a player that I've loved watching this year. And we've said plenty of on the channel. Well, all of a sudden, chance back here for 14 points. Quick 2-1s in a row. Should be on the cards here. But that's what Hawks did really well in the first quarter. They, you know, absolutely picking apart Geelong's defence with some nice kicks and very nicely well worked. McDonald should goal, and he does. Back to 14 points. Game on again, potentially. But they did well there on the outside of the Hawks. Good kick, finding 𝐴𝐷𝐿𝐼𝐻. And I mean, that kick couldn't have been much better. He dropped it perfectly for Connor McDonald. All he had to do is just waltz back and hold on. There we go. All right, well, 14 points. Here we go. Turn her over for the Hawks. Momentum potentially now. Can they start to get a bit of a run here? Ball back in the middle here. Watson in the centre bounces. Don't mind that. Scholl now works the hands forward. 𝐼𝐻𝐸 wins out this time. And good hands here to Dangerfield. Across here to 𝐷𝐞. And now he'll go inside 50 here. Towards the direction of 𝐴𝐷𝐿𝐼𝐻. Can't take it. Jack Martin potentially does well to get the hands out. Tyson Sting on his left boot. And he's missed. Oh, it's free. Okay, on the ball it is. Good tackle and guess who? Blake Hardwick. He's had a very good final series so far. Cross now to Josh Battle. Now across to 𝐓𝐡𝐞 𝐓𝐡𝐞. 𝐓𝐡𝐞 now long down the line. That's a good mark from Zach Guthrie. Somebody else says, I know. Oh, I don't put more ads on it, and it's just YouTube for you, mate. Obviously, ads are a pain, but yeah, no. It just is what it is. Nash now. Very well done. Stands himself up and changes the angles here. 𝐓𝐿𝐼𝐻. Well, clever hand pass. Probably a bit too cute, though. And it's a turnover and now the ball up. Yeah, no, fair enough. If you're on watching on Channel 7, I mean, I probably would watch it on there too because it's close to Live Point. But, I don't have a TV in my room, so I watch it on car. So, insufficient intent. But that's going to be gone next year. Obviously, the rule they have in the Sandfield is going to come in. Last disposal between the arcs is going to be just a direct free kick, which I don't mind because basically whenever that happens, it's always usually insufficient intent. O'Sullivan now, just long down the line. Dangerfield, oh, how about that? Just barges over Sicily, and he quickly now plays on. A deep kick here. Can Dempsey maybe fly? Oh, he does well to win out. Snapping shot now. Don't think it has the purchase, and he's missed anyway. Couldn't quite get a nice snapping shot on that. Minus score there for the Guts, and Hawks go quick here from the kick-in. D'Ambrosio, good pressure there from Dangerfield, having some sort of a game. 15 points, 9:55 to play. I'm in a channel. Oh, yeah, no. Fair enough then, mate. Yeah, that's Channel 7 for you. I mean, that's the difference. Like KO, no ad break, siren to siren, and Fox Footy, and then obviously, free to wear is going to have ads. Obviously, they have the ads after, play an ad after each goal. So no surprise you're saying too many ads because there's been plenty of goals this quarter, especially from the Cats' point of view. Gunston, a good tackle. Don't think that can be ball. Yeah, I mean, he just got tackled. Umpire's ball, it is. I mean, I just... He probably could have done a better effort, but again, he's instantly tackled. 𝐷𝐞 out of the ruck. Umpire's ball. Because, I'm an umpiring expert, aren't I? Just having my say. Cuts, Pies, Panthers, Sharkies all winning. Yeah, I remember when the Sharks won in 2016. I love their theme song. The up, Cronulla, the boys in the black, white and blue, I think it is. That was obviously the same year. The Dogs won the premiership. So, yeah, 2016, a bit of a drought-breaking year for AFL NRL. Dylan Moore now wins a high inside 50. Scholl can fly. He's had a few looks at it. 𝐴𝐷𝐿𝐼𝐻 now snapping shot around the corner. Looks pretty good. He's got it. He's got it. What a snag from 𝐴𝐷𝐼𝐴 𝐸𝐵. Game on again. Back to 8 points. It's been a good turnaround from them. Well, it's starting now simply to get a bit of territory their way. They were under siege the first 5-10 minutes of that third term, but now I'm starting to get a bit of inside 50s their way. But that's just a great win there from 𝐴𝐷𝐼𝐴. Chol did well. Got his hands on it, brought it to ground, and clever roving there from 𝐴𝐷𝐼𝐴. Has he swung forward here? It's a good snapping shot. Beautiful goal. No, sorry, 9-point margin. Well, we've got what we've wanted somewhat. Back to a close game, I guess. So, ball back in the middle here. Shit bounce on the umpy. 𝐴𝐷𝐼𝐴. 𝘚𝐼𝐴 in this centre bounce. Danger in this centre bounce as well. 𝘚𝐼𝐴 out of the ruck. No, sorry, 𝐵𝐵𝐿𝐴 out of the ruck. Fumbles, umpire's ball. Oh, okay. High free here, the out of zone umpire. Righto. Well, nope. Almost got pinned. Give the hands now to Bailey Smith. What's he got now? Pins into the pocket. Oh, bad fumble there from Battle. Did well, Martin, and now centering kick. It's a good hustle here from Hawthorn's defence, but it stays in play here. Jeremy Cameron. Oh, Scrimshaw, a strong tackle. Cameron got the hands out. Play on here. But it's a turnover in favour of the Hawks. They've got to go quick. 𝐴𝐴 out in the open here. Smith in the way, though. Toe poke. Too much there for Sean Munner. And here we go. Bit of fight, potentially. Oh, Buzz trying to play for the free. Come on. Jeez. Game's gone up another level here. The pressure from the Hawks has been fantastic as well these last 10 minutes or so. As you can see with the pressure factor, 252 the rating. Inside 50 here from Munner. Who can fly? Josh Weddle. Couldn't take that one back with the flight. Jack Martin, spin move, clever. Just can't get a kick on the way. And it's rushed through for a minor score. 10 points the margin. Sicily now out wide here to Josh Battle. Can now take a bounce. Across here to 𝐓𝐡𝐞 𝐎𝐥𝐝. Oh, on as a sub. Can't be fumbling there, and he's going to be pinned. Ah, man. Oh, geez, he's not pinned. Probably not really much Brian. Umpire's ball. Yeah, geez, it's pretty tricky for a sub to come on in the intensity of this game. Fumbling right away. Mitchell on the blow up. What's he thinking? Smith couldn't quite extract the hands out there. Toe poke forward here from Mize. Stengel. Good contest winner now to Munner. Hands a bit, maybe a bit too hot here for danger, but he does well to keep it in. Centering kick, it works for Jack Martin, and he snaps it home. It's been a shrewd pickup for the Cats, Jack Martin. And he's gold there. Back out to 15 points. Jeez, we'll need to get a new cup of tea probably for the fourth quarter. 16 points, sorry. Oh, I kept on saying 15. 16 it is. 11 goals 10, 9 goals 6. And yeah, I mean, some of these contests for the ball for the Cats has been excellent. Like, look at that from Stengel beating out 𝐶𝐶 there, keeps his feet, and the hand passing this third term from the Cats has been almighty good. A bit of chaos ball there from Dangerfield works to Jack Martin. And, you know, Danger again, he's been everywhere. Goal assist now the man's doing. Christ, I'd love to see. I've got fan footy loaded here. He's on 124 Supercoach points, Danger. I'd love to see how many he's got in this third term. Because, yeah, he's been unbelievable. How much to stop stream every 10 minutes and startup ad? I'm not sure what you mean, Rohit, mate. But yeah, obviously do earn a bit of... If you're talking about like money from ads, yeah, obviously you'll earn a little bit. But yeah, that's just part of it. Stop the count margin. Oh yes, it is. I think we had a game this year where I got the margin spot on. I can't quite remember. 𝐷𝐼𝐴 now gets a clearing kick inside 50. Out on the full. Bad entry. Turn over here. Jeez, what was all this talk about the rain coming in? Can't even see a raindrop. Right, short now here to Jeremy Cameron. $6.50 to play here. Jeremy Cameron going to go long down the line here. Towards the pack of plays. Scrimshaw really the only one that went up. And the bright red boots tonight. Hits off a good enough corridor kick just up the purchase for Ginnevin. Now Nash as a handball receive option. Flicks it here to Warple. Inside 50, just a high ball up. Who can fly here? O'Sullivan in a good spot. Spore comes. Now who's at ground level? Guthrie clean hand. Smith, no fuss, clears it. And a Fort Childers kick there. It does fall here to 𝐓𝐴𝐴𝐴𝐵𝐵. Under the pump though, Jath applies a good tackle. And he keeps it in play here, I think. He does very well, Chankworth Jath. He does very well. How about this? What a win. Oh, yeah. Shit kick. Well, not fair play. That's a great effort. Probably... Oh, I mean, you obviously got to win the contest, but probably could have just been better off pushing it over for a ball. And Smith, bad turnover. Right to maybe a 𝐴𝐿. They just... Oh, no, they off put support, give him the finger. That's a good choice from the director there. Yeah, no, okay, to be fair, it looks like the wind's picked up a bit then, because maybe the wind carried Smith's kicks backwards there. 𝐴𝐿's going to go for goal here. Can he slot this? I mean, 𝐴𝐿's can be such an enigma at times, but he can, well, he does possess a very composed type of kick, but yeah, just doesn't have the range, but he centres the ball back into play here. Who can win this one? Atkins stands up, back to Smith. High clearing kick, outnumbered here, the Cats. Stengel did well to bring it to ground. Warport ground level now, spun around the tackle. That's going to be on the ball. Oh, jeez, he didn't get the kick away. Umpire's ball. Jeez, I'm out of water. Yeah, another mineral bottle. Who was that bloke earlier in the stream that said he's also drinking it? Wondering if he's also out too. It's going to be holding Fred to danger. Yeah, it was there. Oh, jeez, not happy. Deep kick now. 𝐵𝐶𝐿 in a good spot. Back to Scrimshaw. What can he do here now? Under the pump a bit. So Scrimshaw under the pump quite a bit. Just gets the hands out. Under siege here, but they've done well to get out to D'Ambrosio from battle. Kick now down the line. 𝐴𝐿 a good mark. 𝐴𝐿 now on midfield, just holding things up here a bit. Game turned into a bit of a stalemate here. Oh, clever. Now's the kick. Too much hang time. Yeah, bold defender there from Guthrie. Oh, geez, what an afternoon that was, Edits, mate. That was a fun game to go to. Yeah. 3:56 to play here. But of course, Hawks did kick 3 of the last goals from 4 inside 50s at the time when they kicked their third. So that's a bit of a stat for you. Now Warple back the other way. Does have the purchase to sit here for 𝐼𝐵𝐿. It does get to him, but the bounce not really favourable to 𝐸𝐿𝐼𝐿. That's a good win. Out to Guthrie. Kick's not great. It's going to be coming back to Jack Ginnevin. 3:34 to play here. Can we maybe see one last goal before three-quarter time? Last 10 minutes, Hawthorn now starting to get some territory. 64% time and forward half last 10 minutes. Inside 50 again. 𝐸𝐿𝐼𝐿 stands up. Can't take the mark though. Holmes now snapping ball, clearing kick towards the wing. Weddle. And he's had a few drops. But what do we want here? Oh, that looked like a bit of a throw from that angle from Gunston Mines. That's a snappy interception. Stengel over the top. Clever tap. How about that? Close over the top. They've worked it well nicely here, the Cats. Bowes over the top to Jack Martin. Can't be fumbling there, son. Has a bit of time to recover. And hit a kick out the full, but it might, yep, it was touched. I don't know. That looked out in the full, to be honest. No, from that angle, it's out in the full, but, you know, there's different angles where it might be it stays in. Mitchell's not happy. Yeah, probably should have been out the film. Up at best position. That's true, to be fair. Oh, look at... See, this is what I mean. How about those hands from danger? That is... I mean, it wasn't really effective, but like, oh, some of those hand passes and offline hand passes he's done tonight has been extraordinary. Cameron now. Oh, too easy. Too easy. He just waltzes his way through and kicks a lovely goal. Off a step, if you don't mind. Oh, it's free to air, obviously, Gary, but I can't still stream it because obviously, you know, it's not free to rebroadcast. And, you know, it's a live watch along. This is the point of these streams. It's not to broadcast. If I was allowed to, I would have it in the corner, let's say. But, you know, always enjoy watching the footy and having people in the chat and stuff. It's all good stuff. And Cameron, as easy as you like. Goals there. It's back out to 22 points. So Hawks got 3 quick ones to get the game back to 9 points. But now the Cats have done well to keep them at bay for now and get the game back over for back over 3 goals. 22 points the margin is. Bordering on here, Blitz serves, the big body he is. Can't quite get the hands away. Beautiful hands from Bowes and the out of Max Holmes. Inside 50 here again from the Cats. Cameron in front position, and this one will go out. Ball in. 2:17 to play. Cats been flagged, not watching AFL ever again. Yeah, no, my dad was sort of similar like that. He was like, oh, I can't stomach another Cats premiership. I mean, as I always say, if it's not the Swans, I really don't mind, to be honest. Oh, how about that? Mata, he's gold. He is gold. That's champagne football, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. That is sensational. Oh, did anyone see that? 𝐓𝐴𝐿𝐼 was giving it to the Hawk supporters as well, I think. Oh, that's champagne football right there, lads. This is why the Cats are still one of the best teams in the comp. And, well, so far, as I did predict, they're just a class above the Hawks a bit tonight. Another goal from a stoppage. That's 2 in a row. That's 𝐓𝐴𝐿𝐼 𝐿𝐼 too. Beautiful quick hands. I mean, their hand passes in tight. This third term have been outstanding, the Cats. They've really stood taller in the contest in comparison to Hawthorn. And, I mean, that's just a beautiful goal. Was due for that, Sean Mata, after some blunders by foot early on. What a goal. Sensational. Yeah, Barnes having a good game too. 28 points. And how long we got left? 2:02 to play. Obviously, Cats probably just want to try and keep the Hawks at bay here. Maybe not concede one late. Holmes gets another clearance. That's where they've been dominant this quarter, the Cats, in the clearance game. And 𝐼𝐿𝐼 does well to get the kick forward back the other way and win a contest. Ineffective, though. Good tackle from Charles. Should be on the ball here, the Hawks' way. So they can go quick here. Dylan Moore gives the hands. Warple. Oh, my God. Amendi. Jeez, the where's okay. Wait. Hawthorn up possession here again. D'Ambrosio kick to Gunston. Oh, what a mark. He's keeping his head up high, this old man. Mike, hopefully going well, mate. Welcome. Not a bad game of sport in the NFL earlier, Mike, mate. Dolphins gave the Bills a run for their money. Yeah, I mean, as expected, I know Bills are always going to win. Gunston, can he goal here? Just the 1 goal tonight. Chance for 2. It's back kick. Bronx cheers right away. He's missed. Bills, yeah, no. I mean, I'd love to see him win the Super Bowl. They've never won one before, and I think it was in the 90s. They lost like 2 or 3 in a row. Yeah, I mean, there's still a handful of franchises in the NFL that's yet to win a Super Bowl, and that's sort of what you get. Like 32 teams is an awful lot, so you get some pretty poorly and just, let's be honest, insipid franchises. You know, Browns are just feels like an awful one. Anyway, the Hawks here again off the spread, and they mark Brad Close. And they can go back for another hit. But yeah, no, the Cats on the outside have been way too, I mean, really on the inside and the outside have been way too good. But yeah, can't be fumbling there, 𝐴mbrosio. And they are one of the best turnover teams in the comp, the Cats. Brad Close. And he's missed. Just sneaks in for a minor score. And there's the Cat, man. He'd be up and about. 2 seconds to go. It's going to be 28 points and three-quarter time. What a quarter from the Cats. And is it a quarter good enough to push them into the grand final? Another grand final. A successful club there are. 13 goals 11, 9 goals 7. But yeah, an absolutely smashing third term. Too tough on the inside. Smash the Hawks in clearance. And yeah, I mean, there's some of that hand passing, especially when they got it out in the open. Totally blitz Hawthorn on the outside. Let's have a look. 15 to 3 centre clearances. A lot of that you'd assume would have came from the third term. Plus 12 in the clearances after it was pretty even. And yeah, smash them in the contested ball. Plus 15 now for the game. Inside 50s plus 18. It's, yeah, the stats, a lot of it in their favour. Hawks are winning the marks inside 50 though, so they've been efficient in their own right going forward. But I mean, that third quarter, I mean, their defence was under huge siege with multiple entries coming in. But Dangerfield, that's probably one of the best individual quarters we've seen this year, to be honest, especially in the stakes of the game. 1 point at half time, and that was an unbelievable quarter from him. You know, we were praising his strength in the contest and those hand passes in tight, offloading hand passes. There it is. That's the word I was trying to think of. But able to kick a goal. I think it was 2 goals, and really break the game open. 24 touches, 2 goals, 16 contested. He's just making it look like boys against men. Yeah, but yeah, all in favour really. The Cats, 28 points by three-quarter time. It'll be hard to see him stuff it up here. And let's remember, at the start of the second, they did lose Tom Stewart. So the game was sort of out of their favour, the Cats, but they've done really well to wrestle this now really into, honestly, a bit of a one-sided affair. But yeah, a lot of contributors in that quarter from the Cats. Bailey Smith having a really good game. He's been, I guess, sufficient enough with his efficiency. Obviously, you can hack the ball a bit here and there, but like 530 metres gained. I think a top 3 player in the comp for handball receives this year. That's why he's dangerous. Always gives them run, always gives them options when they get the ball from inside to out. And that's where the Cats have been too good this quarter. You know, even with that example with the close shot late, that was started from the Cats being too good for winning the ball from inside to out, and yeah, they've just totally blitzed the Hawks out in the open and also on the inside. Dangerfield, as we said, fantastic. Holmes also providing quite a bit of run. He's on 19 disposals. Cameron having quite a bit of a quarter too. Blitzarves, solid. As the ruck, he's been able to follow up and get a few contested possessions, 7 to his name. Atkins with 7 tackles, doing his role well. Obviously with the job on 𝐓𝐿. And yeah, Mano, how about that goal from Sean Mano? That was quality. After shanking a few possessions early on. Zach Guthrie, been really good, honestly, as the game's gotten on. Been pretty poised back there. Tyson Stengel with 10 touches, 2 goals, massive second quarter. Kicked that lovely goal early on. Mize has been pretty good by foot tonight. Hawks, Connor's been a little bit ineffective here and there, but he's getting his hands on it. Lloyd Meek, like, again, he is getting quite a few grabs out of the ruck, but just not really much efficiency from him. Ginnivan pushing up the ground for some disposals. Moore's probably been one of the better players, but they just need more. A few too many passengers tonight, like obviously Mark O'Connor doing the job a bit on Josh Waddle. He's been quiet. His disposal's been average. Watson's been really quiet too. 4 touches. Obviously kicked a lovely goal, but probably need a bit more from him. Ward just 8 disposals. And yeah, 𝐓𝐿's been pretty quiet too. 15 disposals. Patrick Dangerfield, Nick Daicos in disguise. Well, they're both different types of players in terms of how they play, but yeah, no, Danger's been unbelievable. Yeah, I feel Hawthorn have been pretty unlucky, but yeah, they still haven't been really good enough. They haven't been tough enough on the inside. They've been a bit fumbly here and there, and the Cats have made them pay. But let's see what the Hawks do. You know, they kicked 3 in a minute. Oh, not a minute, but they kicked 3 in a burst of play in that third quarter and got it back to 9 points. So let's see here. Can Hawthorn have one last hurrah and push them to a grand final? But we'll see, I guess. Yeah, let's see. That quarter, 20 points plus from clearance for the Cats. Contested ball plus 11. Inside 50s plus 12. So yeah, it was a pretty big quarter from them. So 28 points in favour of the Cats heading into this final term. Can the Hawks have one last crack here and make this a contest, or will the Cats soar to their... Oh, I'd have to think about it. Well, it'd be their second grand final in 3 years, no doubt. 22, 23, 24, 25. Yeah, if they're going to win this game, 𝐴𝐿𝐴𝐿𝐴𝐵𝗹, I think Danger's got the 10 coaches' votes locked in. Yeah, 2 goals. Yeah, fair enough, 𝐴𝐿𝐴𝐵𝗹, mate. Maybe go pick another movie again, and the Hawks kick a couple. Did you do? You said you were going to do that in the third quarter, and the Hawks kicked a few. So, and that's the case. Yeah, but the Cats have been very good. Underway now for the fourth quarter. Let's see what happens. 28 points. Stranger things have happened in finals football, as we did see last year. Obviously, the Lions with their unbelievable comeback. This will be a good start if Hawthorn can win it out of the middle here from their point of view. Dangerfield got more, a bit too high there. Loses mouth guard the process. Sure kick now. Jath should find Gunston. He does. He's been pretty good tonight, Gunston. Last quarter starting now, Sin, mate. Can he goal here, Jack Gunston? Been a little bit erratic with his goal kicking tonight. Would like to slot one through. Jack Gunston's kick. Looks good. Beautiful kick. And that's just what the Hawks needed. First goal inside a minute. The margin back to 12 points. 22, sorry. And no, Gunston's been fantastic tonight. A handful of marks inside 50 he's been able to get. He's been honestly torching Jack Henry a little bit tonight. Yeah, Atkins has been pretty solid in the mic, mate. Yeah, no worries. And glad you enjoying it, Gary, mate. And show me some support up Giants. I mean, I don't mind the Giants, man. You know, I'm a Canberran, so you know they're obviously a bit of a part over here. You know, obviously like growing up and stuff. Oh, what a mark from close. I mean, why is Nick Watson going in defence? Jeez, that's pretty interesting. I don't think that's ever happened before. Well, yeah, no, it's a good mark from close. That's an interesting move from Mitchell. Danger with another assist. Yes, see if he kicks it. He's yet to kick a goal tonight, I think, broke close, but he's done some good things with ball in hand. Can he goal here? Brad close to get an instant response for the Cats. He's missed. He's actually going to drop the kick short. And it's rushed through. What a score it is. Yeah, you can actually see a bit of a light drizzle. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe. I'm already, lads. It's been still a good game to watch and a fun stream so far tonight. Let's hope we can go to the next level. And of course, we are streaming tomorrow night. Back kick turnover, potentially a good smother from Neil. Crushing through again. His danger is everywhere. Danger. What hands? 𝐴𝐴 can't be fumbling there. He's coughed it up. And now 𝐴𝐴 can clear. But again, like danger, that was a huge win. Spore from 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐼𝐻 was good. He's been quality tonight so far, 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐼𝐻. Anyways, 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐼𝐻, good hands. Now they could potentially be out in the open near the Hawks. 𝐶𝐴𝐴 𝐴𝐻𝐿𝐼𝐻, sort of a bit indecisive. It's a bad kick. Didn't have purchase. It's good pressure from the Cats. And that's what they've done well since as the game's gone on. Their pressure they've put on the ball carrier, even from like these situations from marks. Like there's been multiple times where the Hawks have sort of had to, hold the play up and try and beat, the man on the mark and etc. That's a back kick and a bat. Like again, 𝐻𝐻𝐿𝐼𝐻 tonight just hasn't looked great at another drop mark. And this one's going to go over. Well, there it is. Obviously, he's not 100%. Well, who knows? But obviously, he's had his injury woes. Josh Weddle. Oh, can't be fumbling there. That was going to be another goal. Single. Grab that. Jeez, they're going to ball up here again. Rethrow. 𝐴𝐻𝐿𝐼𝐻 gets the hit out there. Dangerfield goes in and under again. Clever tuck from 𝐼𝐻𝐿𝐼𝐻. Good hands to Dangerfield. Snapping shot. Oh, he's just too good. He is too good. This is, wow. It's probably one of the finals performances to remember, ladies and gentlemen. What a game. He's got 3. Wow. I mean, geez, what do they have in his 𝐓𝐡𝐞 this morning? Bit of concrete. He is turning back the clock. Probably had a sip from the fountain of youth. Wow, that is a special goal. Margin now back out to 29 points. He's been a class above, and it's looking like that's the Cats case tonight as well. But yeah, the hand passing again, as I say, from the Cats, been so clean. Such well-worked hand passes, and Dangerfield's goal another. Another ball up here. Holmes, bit of a fumble. Taps it forward. Clark out here to Myers. Kick it to the wing. That's a nice one. We'll set Dempsey on the run here against 𝐴𝐻𝐿𝐼𝐻. Cuts in between them, and now a high ball up here inside 50. He can fly for this one. 𝐶𝐴𝐴. Ball hits ground level. Who can win this? Bailey Smith. Snapping shot. Should have given the hands. Probably a bit selfish there. 𝐻𝐻𝐿𝐼𝐻 crunches in to Jack Martin with a good tackle. Rain's starting to kick in. Yeah, 35. How about that, eh? 4-1 inside 50 so far for the Cats. Jack Martin spinning around in the tackle. Gives it out here to Jai Clark. Oh, that's going to be high for more. No, he's not going to get it. Yeah, see, played for that. Stengel now trying to find some space for a snapping shot. Head down, centering kick. 𝐻𝐴𝐴 maybe. Spore comes from Barris. And now over the top here, it works for Mark O'Connor to grind Myers. Twisting, turning, shot at goal. Coming up, he has flush. He's had a great night tonight, Myers. Let's not forget about him. He's been unbelievable, some of his disposals tonight. He's got another. And the Cats are inflicting a bit of pain here. A bit of pain. It's now out to 35 points. And it's looking like almost no chance now for the Hawks, to be honest. Especially at this stage of the game. But yeah, like their forward 50 contests tonight, the Cats have been way too good. Good goal. Lovely goal. Yeah, no, catch a go, mate. See you tomorrow, mate. Hopefully they can make finals, 𝐼𝐶𝐰 next year. Very, very unlucky, but just not good enough this year. Obviously, there's always a bit of change to the ladder each year, so who will make finals next year? Who will go out? Ball up here. So obviously still time, but yeah, 35 points. And the Cats again, like they've dominated in centre bounce. It's been a smashing. And again, great pressure again, forcing turnover. And now 𝐼𝐻𝐻𝐸. Stabs a kick short. Ball picked off from 𝐼𝐻𝐻𝐸. Yeah, that's very true, Ed. It's mate. Oh, they've just got to roll the dice here, the Hawks. 15 minutes. Can't be doing that. It's kicked it right into a smother. Now 𝐼𝐻𝐻𝐸. Oh, beautiful kick. Jack Martin's going to mark it. And he can go back for another. Oh, the Hawks supporters, you can see they're starting now to leave a bit. It's going to land short. 𝐓𝐡𝐞 did well there, gives the hands to do more. Can he work himself out? Nah, pressure too good again from the 𝐓𝐡𝐞. 𝐼𝐶𝐰𝐻𝐸 now. Yeah, no, it's quite a bit of an attendance tonight, mate. 𝐓𝐡𝐞 now, chipping ball over the top. Does it sit here? McDonald can't quite. Atkins barges his way through. Does well there. And now Atkins drives a kick forward here. And 𝐻𝐻𝐸 does okay. Stands himself up. Oh, he's probably done a bit too much. Battle. No, he gets the kick away. But yes, too much time. That's a good call. Josh Battle now. We'll pin it towards the wing here. And ball in here. Oh, geez, 99,500. Pretty big number, no doubt. It's going to be a high free there in favour of Dylan Moore. So he can now look at an option inside 50. They've been pretty decent going inside 50 tonight, the Hawks. And it's just been a bit of a midfield smashing on the inside. Haven't been tough enough. Ball in here. It's going to be a high air for Dylan Moore. Is he taking advantage? It's going to come back. No, it's a goal. No, they need that. The Hawks getting it back to under 40 points. Oh, no, sorry, under 30 points. 29 points the margin. Still plenty of time to go. 12:01 to play. Well, they're just going to give it every crack now, the Hawks. There's no tomorrow for them at this point. Yeah, it's going to be a good game tonight, friends. I've just got the Pies, but really could go either way. Yeah, it hasn't really been heavy rain, but yeah, they showed a few of those angles with the rain, sort of like lightish rain, bit of showers. So ball back in the middle of the Hawks. Need to go on to keep themselves slightly alive here. Can they maybe try and win this one out in the middle? Charles just too much time with it. Good pressure though from D'Ambrosio. They win it back here. Nash clears it forward. And it's going to be free to Josh Weddle. Weddle now inside 50. Does it sit here for Gunston? Oh, 𝐓𝐶 got on the way, to be fair. You'd expect him to fly for that. That should be ball. Yeah, good call. All right, could be two quick ones here for the Hawks. Don't quite reach for that turning off your don't quite reach for your remote to turn off the telly. If Gunston can goal here for his third. Yeah, no doubt. Puts it through. All right. So, margin is 23 points. Potentially still a bit of hope here for the Hawks. Two quick ones in a row. Just a bit like the third term. They kicked 3 goals in fairly quick fashion, so we'll see what happens. It's good call from umpire. The ball's definitely there. 15 goals, 12, 102, 12 goals, 79. Hawks back in it. Yeah, very well coached team, Mike Bank, but still a bit of air on this balloon, and the Hawks have got 2 in a row. 11:06 to play. Ball back in the middle here. Can maybe the Hawks win out the middle here, and they can. Charles, too much. He's done it again. He's done that twice, Charles. He's just tacking too long with the ball, and Atkins, again, he's been quality tonight. How about that? The composure should have been marked there from as Manor was dropped. Danger keeps on throwing his hair over the ball. Manor does very well. How about that for a win? Inside 50. Jeremy Cameron, what a mark in the wet. What a mark in the wet. And you think he can go for goal here and get a goal back here for the Cats. Oh, jeez, and he copped the nasty slap in the face in the same time from Josh Battle. Jeremy Cameron's kick, he has missed. So directly a 4-goal game with 10 minutes to play. Mitch Lewis couldn't quite take the mark. Maybe a 𝐴𝐿 now. Oh, 𝐴𝐿 can definitely kick this. Oh, he's put out the full. Come on, Mabs. Good kick from Meek. 𝐴𝐿 can fly again. And he's taken the mark, Mabs. Okay. There's still a chance here, Hawthorn. If you can go back and goal this. 8:46 to play. Yeah, we did see before Hawthorn, plenty of supporters. Plenty of supporters, plenty of supporters making their way out. It's 120 points. Control goal here. Oh, you never know what you're going to get with child set shots. Can he goal here? He does. Beautiful kick. All right. 3 goals, 8:08 to play. Bit of time. Bit of time here. We'll see what happens. Ball back in the middle here. So 8:08 to play. Hawks just going to roll the dice. Can they win out of the middle? Atkins, he's been fantastic tonight, but can't pick up the ball. He did that pretty well, to be honest. Just kept on working it to the wing. Ball in. Umpires have no choice but to obviously throw this one in. So it's 18 points, 7:52 to play here. Hawks with maybe a bit of momentum. They've kicked the last couple. Did okay there, Weddle. Good enough. More. That should probably be ball. No. Oh, geez, that was a questionable disposal. Danger now inside 50. Cameron out here. Goal side against Battle. Jez playing for the free. Not going to get it. Neil potentially. Stengel soccers it through. And that should be the game. Oh, what an evening Stengel's had tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Cats have been too good tonight. Back at the 4 goals, and they just needed that for a bit of a settler. And again, forward 50 work tonight. It's been fantastic. It's Tyson Stengel. He's got goal number 3, having an evening tonight, like many others. Danger, again involved of that scoring opportunity. Just whacks it forward. Cameron did well. Probably could have gotten a free there. And then Stengel, no fuss, just soccers it home. Well, potentially a short-lived comeback there, but yeah, potentially the fat lady will start to sing, Mike. 7:25 to play. 16 goals, 13 goals, 785. Impy now. And Atkins again. Jeez, it's going to be hard to give the coaches to give coaches votes out of this game tonight. There's been so many good players for Geelong tonight. Atkins has stood up tall. Smith, Dangerfield, even Blitzarves. Myers has been excellent too. Can't forget about him. Pally Smith now to the wing. Dangerfield try to pay for the mark. Gets another contested possession. Fumble from Clark though. And now Hawks can go back the other way. Socket forward here from Ginnivan. Bouncing ball. Watson. Can't quite. Smith. And here to O'Sullivan. And under the pump, just has to get the kick away. McDonald, spinning move. Holmes pinned, holding the ball. Been good tonight as well, Max Holmes. And now out across here to Tyson Stengel. So you'd think the Cats will try and start running out the clock a little bit here and slowing up the play a bit to chew away these last minutes. 6:15 to play. What a performance from Danger tonight, eh? He's been unreal. Inside 50 now. A good spoil from Josh Weddle. "35 years old, by the way. How about that?" Yeah, I think Danger's a clear 10, but might be a wide spread of votes for these Cats players tonight. More stood up tonight, I think, for the Hawks. Nash a bit ineffective, but he's gotten his body in there. They're just, in terms of quality, the Hawks haven't been able to go with the Cats tonight. Smith now. Clark inside 50. Henry almost. And Dangerfield. Oh, taken over with a bit of gusto there, but ball in it is. Not long left. 5:39 to play here. 24 points the margin. 450 stoppage here for the Cats. Just outside the forward 50, I should say. Ball up here. Myers up, nil. Bit of a miss kick there. Atkins, great tackle. Shows the pressure's been quality tonight from the Cats. And Impey could be pinned here again. Just gets the hands away. Holmes, back kick. Anyway, now Max Holmes can go bang here. It's missed. Sorry, I'm just messaging someone. 4:20 to play here. Smoke weed every day. Too focused on poaching players this week. You mean the Cats? Sorry, yeah, no, room for Charlie Curnow as well. Oh, the Cats have done well to hold the Hawks at bay here. Warple out here to Ginnivan, and now to Weddle. It's a bad kick there. Yeah, he's had a dirty old night, Josh Weddle. Tillabore. Fumble there. Billy Smith. Oh, what a goal from Baz. No, and he's telling the Hawks fans to shush. He's been competent all game. That's a pretty fitty finish. He's been excellent tonight, Bailey Smith. Bailey Smith, there he is. He's up and about. Anyway, ball back in the middle here. Max Holmes. Another clearance. Been also quality tonight. So many contributors. That's the Cats for you. Hawthorn, well-balanced team. But, yeah, geez, the Cats do deep with some quality. And so many good contributors for them tonight. Go for the Swans, my friend. Jack Bowes, 3:30 to play now. Both riders. 3:11 to play here. But yeah, no, 𝐴𝐷's pretty deserving for the grand final this year. It's certainly been one of the best teams this season. Bit of talk about them with their soft run home, but I think I from a tipping point of view, is somewhat confident on them tonight because their game against Brisbane was fantastic. Finals like brand from the get-go against the Lions, their pressure and intensity was brilliant, and their slick hands totally outdid the Lions, and that's sort of the case tonight against the Hawks. A bit more of a slower start from them, but they upped the ante superbly after quarter time. And whilst I thought the Hawks' tackling was really good early on and their pressure was all right, they just couldn't really match the quality. Especially up forward too, Stengel, Myers, bit of Brant Close as well. Smith now inside 50. Ball in. Hawks did well to score well, and it didn't hold out. Yeah, no, defensively it's they've certainly leaked quite a bit of goals. But again, a lot of that is on the midfield, to be fair. But at the same time, as I say again, it's some of these forward 50 contests, 𝐴𝐷's have been able to get their mitts on it first and work together some really good quality hand passes and blow that 𝐴𝐷's defence out of the water a bit. Ball in it. But I don't know, 𝐴𝐷's have still had a fantastic year. Let's remember this is a side heading into this season with a lot of expectation. Certainly there was a lot of people having them miss finals and saying they couldn't stand up against the big teams. And look, they had the worst record on the top 8 in the end against other top 8 teams. The interstate record wasn't great, but I think across the span of this season they had losses to the Suns away, Freo away, Port away was a bit of a shocker. The close loss against the Crows, and even the Lions. They had a handful of games where they played pretty good footy. They just couldn't have that cutting edge and finish off teams. And look, they had only Will Day play 6 games this year. They've still had a pretty good year with probably their most important player. But no, they've been a great watch this season. They really have. I think this one will definitely hurt for them, but still definitely, if you're a Hawthorn supporter, a season to be proud of, especially with the high expectations they had. Really, at their best look like a top 4 kind of side. But sort of how I kind of predicted in September, the Hawks maybe a chance to win a finals game. Didn't think too. And now, how about their start, eh? They really could have won this tonight. But yeah, just as I sort of predicted, and I think many did, the 𝐴𝐷's would probably just be a class above, and that's what we've seen tonight. But midweek I did see geez, the Hawks have recruited really well though. They've built this list the last 5 years fantastically well, and they've now gotten quite a bit of good finals experience. 2 quality wins this September. Win that will hurt, and outplayed. It is what it is. That's just where they're at. 𝐴𝐷's are one of the top teams for a reason, and certainly going to have a bit of fire in the bellies for next year. But yeah, Geelong no doubt into another grand final. Good side themselves, of course, as we all know. But yeah, their 2 finals games, geez, they've looked ruthless with their pressure and how they can win the ball and get the ball from inside or out. And they're ticking all the boxes, really. They're looking tough as nails on the inside, looking clean, looking sharp. But yeah, it's going to be a bit of a danger. Tom Stewart, in the absence of him. Gunston now, can he snap one through? Ooh, battle swung forward. Cameron back there too. Maybe one last chance here for Hawthorn. Oh, Connor McDonald almost kicking in danger. Cameron's been good tonight. Torp's out of the 50. Jeez, what a torp. Christ, that is an absolute belter of a kick. Ladies and gentlemen, there's the first prelim final. The Hawks bow out, but still a fantastic season. But the 𝐴𝐷's showing why they're one of the competition's best. Through to another grand final, as they'll play the winner of the Pies and the Lions tomorrow night. That's Armour football. Geelong by 30 points. And it's their second grand final in 3 years and another terrific season. Thank that could be capped off with another flag for a good team. So everything else, 13-1, 15. Yeah, geez, 30 scoring shots to 20. Bit of a one-sided game in the end, to be honest. Oh, thanks very much, besties. Appreciate it, mates. Yeah, no. I think the Hawks definitely a bit unlucky with a few decisions tonight, but yeah, just couldn't go with the Cats in the end. But yeah, so many contributors tonight from the Cats. Bailey Smith, outstanding. Just kept on giving them option with handball receives. Dangerfield, probably one of the best finals performances we've seen in a little while. Like, that was extraordinary. That third quarter was probably out of this world. He just made it look like boys against men out there, to be honest. He was remarkably good. Easily 3 votes for him with 34 touches and 3 goals. 21 of those contested, mind you. And a lot of those contested possessions coming in the front half as well. Getting those offloaded hand passes out for teammates and 3 goals himself. Blitz halves, 12 touches, 29 hit-outs though. I think, Meek's a ruckman that can win a lot of hit-outs. I think he had a mighty game tonight. Max Holmes, plenty of drive too. Atkins, really, really good. I think probably one of the X-Factor ones for them. Kept Newcomb really quiet. That was a bit of a masterclass he put on Newcomb tonight. Keeping him accountable on him. Jeremy Cameron, 16 touches. Myers, elite by foot tonight, going at 92%. Tyson Stengel. One of the key plays to get the game on the Cats' terms. He had a pretty underrated second quarter, and then went bang a bit in the third quarter. Sean Manor, geez, he was butchering the ball early on, but credit to him, he really neatened up. And how about that goal he kicked in the third term? Outstanding. Guthrie really stood tall tonight. Brad Close didn't kick a goal, but got involved. Jack Martin had a few cameos. Dempsey, bit quiet. He was outstanding the first week, but can definitely have a big grand final, no doubt. And so many contributors tonight from the Cats. And O'Shane Mullen kept Nick Watson pretty quiet tonight, just for 5 touches. The Hawks' point of view, Dylan Moore, 26 touches, kept his head high, aim on. I thought, pretty decent game from him as well. Scrimshaw had a few decent moments in the air. I think Battle had some decent one-on-one wins, but always hard to contain Cameron for the most part. They obviously swung a few plays forward. Weddle, probably a bit of a mare, to be honest. Sicily, 16 touches, few intercept marks early on, faded out in the game a little bit. And Mitch Lewis is also another 2. Kicked 3 goals the first half, but obviously did fade out. Cats way too good tonight. Showing why they are one of the competition's best, win by 30 points. Thanks for tuning in, lads. Always good fun. Again, we just can't get a close game on stream in the minute for a finals game. Let's hope it's tomorrow night, as obviously the winner will play the Cats. Cats too good. And, geez, they were good to watch tonight. No sure of the grand final. Yeah, it's going to be a bit of an out. See who they play next week. For next week, though, first off, I guess. Stats in the end, plus 26 inside 50s. As we said in the TV, the Cats are one of the best territory teams in the competition, and just don't think they would have fucked it up tonight with going inside 50 like the Giants and Adelaide did against Hawthorn. Really, it was a smash in the midfield, plus 17 in the clearances, 20-5 in the setting clearances as well. That's where the Cats are able to gain a lot of ascendancy. And that third quarter, a lot of points came from those stoppages, where they just get the ball from inside or out, dish some quick hands, and made Hawthorn's defence and midfield look second rate. They kicked some lovely goals. So good win to the Cats. Off to a granny. Thanks for tuning in, lads. 3-2-1 votes. I might as well do mine. Easily 3 for Dangerfield. 2 votes I'm going to go for, Smith was quality. And 1 vote probably going to go Tom Atkins. His drop on Newcomb was fantastic. And 11 tackles. I mean, that's another game with double-digit tackles. He is a tackling machine, no doubt. I think they have to obviously have the concussion protocols in place. Health is your best. Health is wealth. No channel, mate. Thanks for tuning in, lads. Have a good rest of your night. Stay tuned on the channel. Tomorrow we'll obviously stream the Pies versus the Lions. That's an early game, remember, 5 o'clock local time. Not 7, where it's usually for these sort of games. Cats off to another grand final. And geez, did they look quality tonight. Good win from them. Thanks for tuning in, lads. Have a good rest of your night. Cats by 30 points. And yeah, take care.